for the third and final installment of what's been absolutely fantastic 3 days here in Sochi. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then, of course, we race around the 2014 Olympic Winter Park or whatever it is. And yeah, I don't know much about Olympics because I know there's a lot of running involved. But yes, it's been a fantastic 3 days. I got to say, I've actually enjoyed Russia as well. I'm actually disappointed that we're leaving Russia as I've got to say, it's not the most exciting track in the world to drive, is it? But my goodness me, we've had action, excitement, and adventure as well, haven't we? Remember, Gold, we had 4 safety cars, didn't we? Virtual safety cars, numerous safety cars. Last night, Liam there, absolutely superb drive and controlled the race there. And of course, that was also Haas's 8th Grand Prix win in a row as well. And so, they're absolutely dominating as well. Good stuff indeed. Gerben, the championship leader, his points tally was narrowed down. I think it's under 3 digits now as well. And there's also a similar story going on in a bronze as well, isn't it? As the championship cannot be won here tonight, just like last night in silver, but it can be won in the Japanese Grand Prix in just over a week's time. And so Velocity could potentially be crowned the world champion in the land of the rising sun then. So keep an eye out for that. We might have 2 champions crowned in the same week next week in Japan as well. And that'll be a fantastic way to start. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Especially with the history that the Suzuka circuit has. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Right then, 18 turns around this 3.6 mile circuit then. Lap record is held by Lewis Hamilton. There is no lap record in bronze because this is the first time that bronze is racing around Sochi as well then. So everything is going to be new from an ALR standpoint. And nothing is new though from, nothing is going to be new from these drivers. So I don't think, as the drivers are very, let's just say, adept in this race circuit, as they are in the for 21 race as well. And talking of next season's calendar there, of course, the ALR is going to have a standard official calendar. It's going to be 22 races there for all the divisions. But in 2021, I think it is, the F1 2021 game, I'm already looking 2 seasons in front then. There's going to be 23 races there. Goodness me, then we're not going to get them all in, are we? Oh gosh, there, of course, if they have any more races, then I think we're going to have 1 a season, aren't we? Or we might have to mix it up a bit then. Let's take a look at the drivers and the constructor standing, shall we? And it is Velocity then. Well, before you even go into that, and of course last week we had a lot of issues, didn't we? Technical gremlins there as Codemasters decided to flick the switch on this again. In bronze anyway. Gotta say it's been a bit. It seems that bronze gets doesn't get the rub of the green, does it? Which is a shame now. But Energetics won that race, so that was his 4th Grand Prix win of the season now, and he did control the pace really well indeed there. Velocity finished second in the end there, and Velocity. Brilliant drive from Velocity as well. I remember he had a Q3 ban. Sorry, Q2 ban, wasn't it? I think it was a Q2 ban. But he came up to finish second there. Of course, when Energetics dropped out, Velocity did do a very sportsmanlike thing there and let Energetics back through as well, which I got to say is absolutely brilliant stuff, and I would never do that. Mike also returned to the podium as well. He finished 3rd last time out, didn't he? And that is a run of several races where he hasn't been on the podium now, I think since Canada, so good to see Mike back up there as well. He's still 5th in the championship. We'll talk about that in a minute. In a 4th position there was Sean Hammerson, and I think Hammers would be very happy with a very difficult race that was. 5th position there was Diashi, his best performance in ALR bronze. Brilliant stuff there from Diashi, and of course he was on the podium at one stage as well, doing a very good job indeed there, wasn't he, Diashi? Lovely stuff indeed then. And then of course in 6th position there we had Maz there, who was looking at a podium at one stage as well, but unfortunately dropped down the order, and that's a big blow as well. I think that I'm trying to look for who was after. It was after Marza. I seen it somewhere. I can't remember now. Anyway, oh well. Then we had Forza, and of course to complete the points tally, we also had Ayrton, who had 1 point. Now he finished 10th position, and 9th position was Curly Red as well. And oh goodness me, again it's a very dull afternoon here in Sochi, isn't it? Just like Silver last night. We had beautiful sunshine on Sunday, but goodness me, not too much here tonight. All right, and in the Drivers' Championship, Velocity is leading by 74 points, but whatever happens tonight, there will not be a new champion, constructors or drivers. That is going on until at least the next race then, maybe even further as well. Of course, we want to keep the championship alive and kicking for as long as possible. Well, I certainly do anyway. Velocity would like to get this one done and dusted and in the bag, really, wouldn't they? Energetic 74 points off then, as once again there's going to be a second time in 2 seasons that Energetics is runner-up in silver, in bronze, unfortunately. Newman in 3rd position there. He's tailed off in the last couple of races. Can he get himself back on the form then? Noonda, brilliant brilliant last couple of races there. He's been fantastic, Nunez, hasn't he? Really good stuff indeed there. He's now in the 4th position in the Drivers' Championship. Only 13 points away from promotion into silver. Can he bring a surprise or two? Mike is a further 22 points away from promotion. He is 5th at the moment in the McLaren. We got Sean Hammers there, who's moved up to 6th position as well. Curly Red dropping down 7th then. Ayrton in 8th position. Rimbo in 9th, and Bradfield completes the top 10 as well. Other movers then. Masters have gone up 2 positions. He's now in 11th position. Diashi there, brilliant performance last time out. He is up to 14th position in the standings then. Lovely. In the Constructors' Championship, it looks like this. As I've already mentioned, the Constructors will not be won either tonight either. But yeah, of course, there's Williams there are still 142 points in front of McLaren at the moment. They've really stretched their lead in the last couple of races. Nunda and Velocity have been a formidable team in the Williams team. Good stuff indeed to see. McLaren then are second. Then third position is Alfa Romeo. They're 61 points behind McLaren. Ferrari are in 4th position. Then it's getting very tight after that because 9 points behind Ferrari is Renault. 9 points beyond Renault is Haas. And then AlphaTauri and Haas on the same number of points then. And then we got Racing Point 35 points behind AlphaTauri. Mercedes are in 9th position, and Red Bull currently only on 16 points is completing the constructors standings as well. Then as Nunda has retired from the session, and his teammate is Velocity, who's out on circuit at the moment, and we're on board with Velocity then. And of course, he's been very much a Nico Rosberg-esque, hasn't he, in terms of this season. Really, as he's saying it, taking it is very much there, very much there, just taking it race by race by race, isn't he? So good stuff indeed there for Velocity, isn't he? Just saying that he's just focused on the next race and the next race after that. Then, as Velocity is through the final turn, and he's about to turn up the wick as well on his Williams then. And here we go then. Flying through turn 1 there is 2 DRS zones around this Russian Grand Prix circuit as oh goodness me, that's a car in the wall. Oh gosh there, and it's Red Bull's on the facility there. I don't think she was involved there, as I seem to accuse people, don't I? I gotta say, good job I'm not a police officer, isn't it? Good gosh. But unfortunately, I think that yes, that's a smash in, and I think that that's a big blow as deep. And it's a Cummings is out of qualifying before we've even got started here tonight then. Goodness gracious me then. And on board then with Camera Racer as well then. And just take a look then, and going back to who was I looking at? I can't remember who I was looking at now. Oh, it's Velocity, yes there is. And Ardy Wee is also out of qualifying as well. We've got a lot of retirees in the start of this qualifying session here, so this is going to be more of a practice session that it's turning into be, isn't it? And I hope that we got a lovely, I've got a lot to talk about anyway. Of course, there's something that I need to talk about and spread joy, and that is, of course, Armour Celebrity is starting on Sunday as well. And that is the main reason why Gold starts at 6:30 instead of 7:30, because of, oh my goodness me, I know that is not good at all. What's happened here then? And there's a Ballot there who's gone into the back of Bradfield, but looks there, he has damaged the car as well, hasn't he? And oh, we got rain as well. Oh goodness me then, it is an appalling start here in in Russia, and Velocity has gone faster, but yeah, we got a sprinkle of rain then already in this session then, and there could be some tears, and Red Bull has gone fastest, and she is 0.2 a second in front. There's a Ferrari behind of I think it was Brandon. No, it's I'm a Sloth. I think that's his debut tonight as well, if I'm not very much mistaken. And Mike is in third position as well. Then how heavy is this rain going to get as well? Goodness me, then it is a very much action-packed start, isn't it, here in Sochi? As looking up, there is already raindrops there falling on Bradfield's head then, and there's a lot of spray coming off the tyres as well. Energetics is invalidated this time. This is very much a pressure cooker to start off this qualifying session. Goodness gracious me, Curly Red has gone at 5th fast at the moment, and there's a Red Bull just behind as well. There is going to be someone who's going to be very unhappy in this qualifying session, but who is it going to be? Micah as Newman is now going up into second fast at the moment. Good 17 then. Camera Racer has also pipped into 4th position while he's fantastic in Singapore, wasn't he, just over a week ago. We got Sean Hammers in 4th position as well. He's been mega since returning back to the Bronze Championship. Lovely stuff indeed then. Energetics going for a second bite of the chair as well. We're on board with I Am a Sloth, who's in 14th position moment. I think this is the first time if I'm not very much mistaken, this is the first time we've seen I Am a Sloth driving in ALR. Good stuff indeed then. Ballot there has damaged the car well, and Roscoe's also starting as well. That's a lot of rain then straight from the get-go as well. Goodness me, then is we'll find out what it's going to be like in the race itself. We're on board with Ballant, and he has a balance there, I should say. He has damaged that Red Bull there, and he is going to have a lot of understeer as well, isn't he? But look at the raindrops, and they are definitely coming down at steroids at the moment. It's still dry enough though, isn't it, for the slick tyres there? Why is that, you may ask? Well, that's because the DRS is still enabled. That is usually when we it's usually when DRS is usually finished when the race control there closes it, doesn't it? And of course, when race control closes it, that usually means that it is too wet there. It's not safe enough, is it? Here comes Ballant there as well. I got in there now. I need to put my teeth in, don't I? Here comes Ballant there coming through the final couple of corners right into turn 17 and now into 18 as well. Then where is he going to put his Red Bull? It is currently 10 fastest then out of the 10 minutes right. Energetics coming through the final turn as well, and he's gone very wide then. Is that going to be enough? He's only 11 faster on Energetics. Red Bull's retired from the session. She is in the pits then. Sloth there is just about to finish this up off as well. Roscoe, I was going to say Rosberg again. Roscoe is invalidated this time then. Watching Sloth then. He is in 15th position in the second Ferrari, and we're on board now then as we're on board now with Sloth as well as he goes into that very difficult turn at 9. Indeed, that camera racer has also retired from the session as well. We've got yellow flags there. DRS has been disabled then, so that is it then. And here we go then. As Mike's also retired from the session as well. It's going to be a very quick start to this qualifying session, isn't it? Goodness gracious me then. And gosh, it's been absolutely it's been a frantic start here in Sochi, hasn't it? On board then with Sloth now as well, as he is navigating himself through 13 and 14 as well. And what a difficult start here in his debut here in bronze at ALR for Sloth. So I've got to say, this is very much this is the ultimate test of man and machine, isn't it? And we have got Brandon still in the pits at the moment. Then we've also got Maz, who's just on out of Roscoe is also out there. We've got a lot of retirees in this qualifying session, haven't we? And some of them might actually get through. Sloth has gone into 12th position there. Bradfield is also on an outlap as well. We've got Maz who's come back into the pits there with 9 minutes to go then. So Maz has abandoned his time. Ayrton has retired from the session. He is in 6th position at the moment now. Roscoe has invalidated his time as well. Look at that track. It's very much saturated now, isn't it? Oh dear, then there is going to be it's not going to be too drastic, is it? Because there is still enough time there to put on the intermediate tyres and go for and see if you can get a time in that way. Energetics might be lucky about the rain then, by the looks of it, as he's doing a competitive time, and that's a Ferrari who has just gone very slow out of turn 2 as well. Watching Bradfield, looking down at Bradfield as he is coming through turn 3 as well. Of course, he's not at the maximum performance of that car anymore because it's so wet now on the track, isn't it? And those slick tires are going to be absolutely dispersing. Absolutely no percentage of water there, is it? Because of course there's no groove tires. That's what disperses the water, isn't it? It's the grooves in those tires. Those are slick tires. They're racing tires, aren't they? On board then with Bradfield again then as he is coming into turn 8. Look at that understeer is appalling, isn't it? And goodness me, it's not Bradfield's fault, is it? It's the lap of the gods, isn't it? It's the rain is falling here in Sochi. Of course, it was threatening to rain last night, but there was no indicator. Well, there was no wet weather in the end. What's that? Well, here tonight, then straight into it, and we've got wet weather already. Oh, here's Bradfield. They're almost into the wall there. He saved it. Very good car control there from Bradfield. Lovely stuff indeed. It looks like it's quite bright over in the background there with Bradfield, and I'm wondering if this might be a passing shower then. And I think well, it depends on what your point of view is, really. I don't mind a passing shower, or I don't mind it to be a full deluge. I'm sure that the drivers would prefer it to be a dry circuit, of course, because they've probably been practicing on a dry circuit as well. They've been doing a lot of practicing before they started this qualifying session, haven't they? And this is going to throw a lot of programs into disarray, isn't it? Roscoe's invalidated again, so he's going to come into the pits. There is Bradfield coming into the pits. Right, we're on board with Bradfield as he is now touring back into the pits. Indeed, he has said. So Mars is on and out left moon. And let me go to the comments, shall we? As I am 18 comments or so behind already. Then we got Emerson saying, "Best of luck, Ayrton and everyone. Don't crash, Becca." Well, Becca is currently at top of the timesheet at the moment. She is fastest in the Haas. Dave Cummings, hey guys, hello Dave. Ayrton, hello Sean, love you too, Ayrton. Moi. We've got Dave Cummings. It's Sean, your boyfriend, Ayrton. Indeed he is. Keep away from him. Brandon saying, evening, Sean. Hello, Brandon. We have also got Gordo saying, just my nosy self, wondering why the bronze highlights was uploaded last night instead of the usual 6 o'clock. Can't remember what the usual time is. You're bang on there, and the reason why is I don't know, to be honest. I think that Sowen had an admin error then, so I would blame Farf, to be honest, because he's head admin of bronze, isn't he? So let's blame Farf. As always, Maz is coming into the pits, and so that's an interesting. Well, I'm not sure why Maz has abandoned his time there, but he has abandoned his time then. Interesting somebody then. Ballot is now back out on circuit as well. He is on the intermediate tires as well. We've got 6 minutes to go in this session then. Cheers, Mushroom. The best league is alive again. Don't do what I did. Dave comes out of qualifying, but I retired in the garage then. I'm sure it's in a car in the wall. Am I just making things up? I think I am, ain't I? So, excuse me. There we go. I just make things up as I go along, really. So I'm usually not even looking at the screen, am I? But we've got Serious Mushroom starting first or last. Best place there for Dave Gooner saying, what's the crack, everyone? Serious Mushroom is asking, why isn't Gooner racing? Had stuff to do in a minute. I would have been in reserve for a time. Lucky might have finished that. Of course, the Gooners had the last 2 races. Unfortunately, he has ended up in the sky or in the wall. Well, he's been in the wall twice, hasn't he, in the last 2 races there. So, unfortunately, Gooner was not here tonight, is he? Which is a shame there, isn't it, for Gooner? I think this is the first time that he's missed a bronze race in his ALR career. I'll get that confirmed in just a jiffy then. 5 minutes ago then is Bullet coming out through the final turn. He's about to start his lap as well. Serious Mushroom, he's not going to mention Serious Mushroom said, I'm not going to mention Red Bull because it's too much of a curse there. We got Gordo saying, come on, I am Sloth then. Well, I am Sloth there is in 12th position mode. Good stuff indeed there from the Ferrari debutante. Beautiful stuff indeed then. Becca saying, yeah, it's not good there. Not good from Serious Mushroom there, as he seems to always give Becca the curse there, doesn't he? Just watching then, we've also got Serious Mushroom. What's up, Barry? As AL there, as AL is saying, cheers, Mushroom there. Chazza then, hello everyone, good luck to the bronze drivers today. Good stuff indeed, Chazza. Lovely stuff, Ben. What's the weather for the race like, everyone? AL is saying drive, thankfully. There's a Goodness saying it is unfortunate. Sean Budd as well there, as unfortunately Gooner is not taking part in this session, which is a shame, really, isn't it? Just watching then, Ballot then, he is currently through into qualifying 2 as it stands at the moment there. Of course, he is one of the drivers that really did not stay in the garage for too long there. Ballot has gone very wide, and look at how different the track is absolutely saturated compared to 14 minutes ago. And goodness gracious me, then the weather gods have really rained down here in Sochi, hasn't it? I think I mentioned last night, of course, I don't think there's ever been a wet race in Sochi, has there? In the Russian Grand Prix, and I don't think there's ever been a not been a wet qualifying either. I think that they did have a wet practice session, didn't they, one year, which I'm sure was 2015 or 16. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know, to be fair. So if someone can enlighten me on that, that'd be absolutely fabulous, wouldn't it? So Ballot then coming into the pits and take a look at that. And that's a very difficult pit in here, isn't it? And it is 60 kilometers an hour there, so you're not really motoring down the pit lane. You don't motor down the pit lane anyway, but of course, as it is far too dangerous there. Back in the old days, even as late as the 80s, there wasn't really a pit lane speed limiter, was there? They used to motor down the pit lane, and you watch now, and I've got to say, it's quite scary to watch, isn't it? Here comes Mazda coming through turn 1. It's quite easy in the dry lane. In the wet, you have to be a bit more careful on the loud pedal, don't you, before breaking into turn 2 as well. Not getting too wide on the exit curb there. Lovely stuff indeed there from Mazda. Absolutely clean as a whistle then. Of course, he was having a good run of form in Singapore as well. What could have been there, a podium as well for Mazda. He was a little unfortunate there, wasn't it, with unfortunately all what happened there. Jake Wilson saying, even though Maz, Brandon, Roscoe can all get through with any time low. We've also got Sim Race today saying, come on, Curly Red and Sean Hammers. Liam saying, good luck everyone tonight. Conditions look tough. Indeed they do, don't they? But luckily we have a dry race, don't we? So these conditions are only here for the qualifying session, and so that is all good, isn't it? From 2 3/4 minutes to go in this session, and currently out of qualifying is Artie Wee is coming to out of qualifying, but I apologise for coming to accusing that he was in the bush. We have lost Roscoe currently in the pit, well, Nunda out qualifying, and so is Maz at this stage of proceedings. So we've got to keep an eye on those bottom 5 cars, and someone is going to be going to have a couple of tears, and whether it is going to be Maz or someone else, then we're going to have to find out, aren't we? And now there's Maz coming into 15 and 16 as well, and that's a horrible turn 15 is, isn't it? Now into 16 as well. This final part of the lap then is very much an American style street circuit, isn't it? 90 degree left, 90 degree right. Then we got two more right-handers to go. Then Maz into 17, now into 18 as well. Then is this going to be enough? I think it is. It is comfortably enough for Maz. He is through into qualifying 2 then, and he is a very happy bunny about that. Lovely stuff indeed there from Maz. He just needs to get back to the garage safe and sound. Well, then we've got, I don't think anyone else is going on, to be honest, so that might be our bottom 5 drivers, actually. So Brandon, Nunda, Roscoe, Cummings, and RDW is all out of qualifying, unfortunately, as they ain't going to get around in time. Or am I counting my chickens before they hatch? Then perhaps I am, as there is a Red Bull that has emerged out of the pits there, and it is a ballot there again, then, as I think that he's just trying to test the weather conditions in his Red Bull, then. Red Bull have only got 16 points in the constructors as it stands at the moment, and they really need to roll their sleeves up a bit, don't they? Otherwise, I think that they'll have the lowest points in ALR history. I'm not going to reveal what that is just yet, but I think that's some incentive there, isn't it, really, to get some points on the board for the Red Bull team. Well, currently, Camera Racer probably could have and should have got a huge abundance of points in Singapore, and perhaps tonight again he is also looking on fine. Vettel once again is the equal saying, hiya Sean, good luck bronze there. They're going to need a lot of luck in this one, aren't they, as we got light rain in the qualifying session there. It looks like it's going to be dry in the race, of course, so it's going to, but it's very tough indeed there. Gunnar saying but less chance of a safety car. Don't complain too much unless about me unless you're missing it about me missing it there. But I got to say I quite like Gunnar racing there, as when he does race, he does seem to have amazing crashes as well there. Of course, on Sunday I can't get that one out of my head there. Goodness me, when he was pointed up in the sky, wasn't he? Gunnar was. It's him and FIFA Beefy got a bit too close for comfort there, unfortunately for both those drivers there, and they unfortunately ended their race into the wall quite heavily as well. Equals saying, is the race wet too? Nope, it's a dry race, this one is said, and so that might is that going to make the race interesting, or did you guys prefer to see a wet race then? Well, I would like to have heard your opinions on that one then. Into the final turn then, ballot is, and this is the end of qualifying one then. It's kind of ended the dab squib, really, hasn't it, as ballot comes across the line as well, and he's about to start us up then, and I think I'm behind the times again, and Dave Cummings is saying Fran is through even with a full quali ban there. Yeah, I gotta say, so it's a very mixed up grid there, isn't it? So Fran is still through then, but he starts retiring to qualifying too, because those no, it's them's the rules, that is that them's is the rules. And Ballot there, I gotta say, is very much the rest of that Red Bull going around turn 3, isn't he? And look at how dull it is out there. I reckon we might be on the wet tires not too soon then, because look at this, and it's absolutely pouring down with rain then. Now the checker flag is gone. I am 30 seconds behind or in front then. I wish I was 30 seconds in front of everyone in life then, because I might actually know a thing or two there, but yeah, so about then it's just continuing on here, but this rain there is absolutely appalling, isn't it? And it's going to be tricky conditions for qualifying 2 and for qualifying 3 as well, but it might dry up of course then, but at this moment in time there's no sign of that, is it? Because the grain clouds are rolling in now, and oh dear, this is not good at all for any of the drivers, especially the drivers that don't feel too confident in the wet out there. It's going to be a tough 15 minutes or so, isn't it? As Ballot there is just getting in a final time as well. I think that he is. It's a very smart move here from Ballot, isn't it? Because a lot of you guys may be thinking that he's through, but of course he is about gaining. This is about gaining the knowledge there in qualifying 2 there. He will know where to brake, where to accelerate, where to put on the power, and all those guys. So he has now different braking markers to what it is in the dry, of course. As your brake capacity there, it has to increase, doesn't it? You have to brake a lot earlier for the corners, don't you? So Ballot there is doing a very good job here. He's doing his homework, isn't he? Before the start of qualifying 2 then. Very good stuff indeed there from the rookie, albeit I think it's his 3rd race in ALR tonight, isn't he? He's had 1 in silver. This will be his 2nd one in gold tonight as well, and he is looking very much on fine form, isn't he? But unfortunately he has got a 5-place grid penalty, which I completely forgot about until that's just popped up there, as unfortunately he had an incident there, didn't he? So out of qualifying then, RDW is 20th, Cummings is 19th, Roscoe is 18th, Nunda is 17th, and Brandon is in 16th position as well. That is the top 5, sorry, that is the bottom 5 then out of qualifying then. We'll have more track action, I feel, then going into second qualifying, as that is I don't think that that was more of a kind of a glorified practice session really, rather than anything else, wasn't it? Right, as we go into qualifying 2 now. And I gotta say, it's definitely not looking like it at the moment. There, says we now emerge into qualifying 2. What is the weather like then? Has it got worse? Has it got better? Has the rain eased off? Is it steady intensity? And that is quite a lot of rain there coming down, isn't it? Goodness me, it's still intermediate tyres at the moment, though, isn't it? But the rain clouds have definitely rolled in here tonight, hasn't it? And of course, Bert Mylander, who's done a lot of lappage in gold there. Technically, I think he led about 60% in gold on Sunday, didn't he? Goodness me. Bradfield's going on the medium tyre side, so obviously he has a much better radar than the rest of them. So he feels that he can find the dry line out there. But yeah, the Ferraris are coming out. Then we've also got McLaren coming out as well, and a Red Bull. Then they're all coming out straight away. Then they want to get their times done and dusted quite early on, don't they? As they're rolling down the pit lane as well. As well as I was finished off, then yeah, of course, on Sunday is the start of I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. That is why gold is on at 6:30 UK time, of course, because because all the admins are big old fans of Ant and Deck. Then, well, I certainly am anyway. But yeah, like Josh said, but yeah, I am looking forward to I'm a Celebrity. Get me out, because I think they're at a castle, aren't they, now, instead of in the Australian jungle. As Soap is giving Energetic some food for thought there, isn't he? They was steaming out of the pits there. Goodness me, then. Gordo and Formula Geo, their cars go boom boom. As Franz retired from the session now. He's got a full qualifying ban, but he's out of qualifying 2 as well. Look at the rain. It is absolutely appalling out there, isn't it? Goodness me, then. Remember Austria, or should I say, the Siberian Grand Prix round 2 there. We had a lot of rain in qualifying, didn't we? We've got the same intensity here tonight, haven't we? And look at all these cars there. And they're all going to be fueled up, though, aren't they? Because they want to go round and round. It's more about confidence on the car, isn't it? Rather than that fuel load and things like that and tyre conditioning. You'll get more out of the car there if you get more out of the car if, of course, the more confidence you gain in this wet weather as well. And I reckon we're borderline wet tyres now. You can see that still in the standing water is going to be on the circuit. That is the time to put on the blue mark for wet tyres, then, which is supplied by Pirelli, as Pirelli supplies all tyres these days. No tyre wars in Formula 1 these days. The last tyre war was actually back in 2006 then, when it was the Michelin and the Bridgestone tyres, wasn't it? Goodness me, we don't even have any of those. My word there. And Velocity, they're giving it all kinds of opposite lock there in the Williams areas. He was almost pointing the wrong way, wasn't he? And these laps are going to be it's going to be very crucial as well, isn't it? With the track is at the moment a movable target, a movable goal, isn't it? With so much rain coming down from the sky as well. When the Haas is there, it's just slowing down. We've got a bit of a traffic jam, haven't we? Coming out of turn 17 and 16, then Velocity there, clear track. Then he's got no spray, he's got no other concern about no one to disperse the water, though. Is that going to be a problem or a blessing then? As Velocity there coming down into turn 2 as well then, and I feel that we might get one run here and that'll be done, because look at this is absolutely appalling, isn't it? It's absolutely scale the utmost here as we're on board there with the championship leader Velocity at the moment. He cannot win the championship. Oh goodness me! A snap of oversteer there, isn't it? And just that didn't even look like a huge moment, did it, from Velocity there? He got say cool as a cucumber. He corrected the steering wheel very much straight away, didn't he? Didn't even. I don't think he even was mildly concerned about that, was he? Velocity, the world championship leader, of course. He cannot win the championship here tonight, but he can make a big stepping stone to getting it. To winning it in Japan in a week's time, of course. And I think that Velocity has been absolutely fantastic, hasn't it? Goodness me, look at that rain. Look at the rain there. It's appalling, isn't it? I think that it's going to be wet tyres, might be the order of the day in qualifying 3 then. So look at that. That is almost horizontal, isn't it? It is appalling out here. Of course, this is the most popular tourist attraction in Russia. Well, there's not going to be any tourists out of here at the moment, are they? Unless you quite like the rain, then, which I quite do, actually. But that's being ginger, of course, and I don't like the sun very much. Just take a look at the comments as well. Noon saying evening, and ALR, it's Monday. It's Monday then. It's Monday, Tuesday. What? I think that's the how the song goes. Formula Moment said, can't wait for qualifying 3, and we've also got Gordon saying, what does everyone think round 4 of the season is going to be? Noon saying that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I think for ALR, no. So no, Serious Motion has gone with Donington. Velocity has done a 49.2 there. Look at that, we're almost in the 2 minutes there. That is just how much standing water's out there at the moment. Curly Red's gone second fastest head, but Slothfarer, goodness me, good time there for Slothfarer on his debut. And the Ferrari driver, goodness me, that really good time indeed there from the Ferrari driver there. Lovely stuff indeed there. We got a Newman, I should say, going up into a second fast as well in the McLaren, and there's a bit of a drag race in between the Red Bull. Red Bull's gone fifth fast. Oh goodness me then, what's that contact in the wall then? I'm not sure about that, but I just sorted the end then. We got Bradfield out on circuit as well. Maz has gone fast, as and Maz has gone fast. There's a Salofo who's off the circuit there. He has come back on circuit as well. Mazzo is fast, as good stuff indeed then. Ayrton has gone into fifth fast in the Mercedes as well. Sean Almers is down the backtrack as well, but I'm going to take a look at his teammate. Here is the AlphaTauri of Bradfield there. Ooh, almost getting beached on the curb there, isn't he? Out of the final turn then. He goes goes 8 fast at the moment now. As Ballot there is the slowest of the time so far. As he had unfortunately had an issue on this start of this lap as well, didn't he? Camera racer there coming through the final couple of turns as well. Let's see what he can do then. Out of the final turn, and the camera racer goes 9 fastest at the moment. Mike is on the back straight. We got Sean Hammers there coming through the final turn as well. This is the last turn. Let's see what Hammers can do then. He puts the hammer down. He is 6 fastest at the moment. Good innings there. Mike there is into turn at 14. I figure this before exiting away then. We've got Blair saying Sloth there with a capital with a exclamation mark. Well, he's right in the thick of things, isn't he? Good stuff on his debut there. We got Brandon saying Sean as he started me there. Well, I'm not sure what I've done wrong. I hope I haven't done anything wrong. Diashi's on the wet tires there. Interesting strategy indeed then. So we've got Dan saying then it's energetics for pole position then. At the moment, energetics hasn't set a time just yet. He's on turn 3 as well. Going back to that question about what everyone reckons is going to be for round 4. To be honest, I would love to see one of the tracks that have been used this season. Really, of course, it does depend on what happens in Turkey. I got to say I am leaning towards the Portuguese Grand Prix because that was a fantastic race, wasn't it? But I got to say I do love Imola as well, and of course Turkey has also got to be in the frame as well. I think that all the circuits that have stood in this season have been really good. I enjoyed Mugello as well, so it'd be great to have a woman win there, really, wouldn't it? Of course, 23 rounds are on the calendar for next season as well, isn't it? Goodness me. I gotta say then, it's gonna be very tough indeed, isn't it? Maz looking on the pace there. Come on, Robbie there from Brandon. Also starting in the back. Nothing new for me then. Good stuff indeed. And Formula G also a given. Also saying that Maz is now faster as well. Here is the man who is second in the World Championship, the man with the most pole positions in ALR bronze with 10 pole positions to his name then. Can he get number 11 here tonight then? Well, he's got his work cut out, hasn't he? Diashi is on the 4 wet tyres then. So is Bert as well then. So a couple of drivers then are on the wet tyres then. It's energetics is skated off there at turn 15. Is that gonna cause him problems then? No, it's already caused him problems. Look at that as the back end is snaking away for the man who was second in the World Championship as well. Of course, the wet tyres will be slower, won't they? But of course, but will they be quicker in these conditions? Which absolutely makes absolutely no earthly sense, does it? Energetics is gone into 12 fastest. That is not good enough for the moment. Look at that then. You can hardly see the car, can you? It is absolutely heaving down out there. Oh my word there. And I got to say, these drivers will be earning their Freddos tonight then, or whatever chocolate bar they like. And goodness me then. Oh gosh, maybe they might have to get a Terry's chocolate orange after this one, because this is appalling conditions, isn't it? Or maybe even a big bar of dairy milk then. Yellow flags is a fluttering and oh wow, Roscoe has left possession now, and so the Renault driver there, who oh goodness me, hopefully come back in a minute. We haven't seen him emerge out of the pit lane yet, have we? Oh my word, then it is appalling. Energetics is 2 seconds down there with 6 minutes to go in the session now. This is not good at all, is it? Oh, for the man who's second in the World Championship, we're going to keep an eye on him. Oh, it's Diaz, he's in fact at the top. It's time. The hero from Singapore is of course, look at that. Oh my word, then they're going to have a boat, aren't they? They're going to be setting sail out there. And energetics there is really skate off at the end. Look at that. Look at the deluge of water coming off the rear tyres there. Oh my gosh, they're going to need to get their fog lights out, aren't they? I think they might need to get a lighthouse out there as well. Oh my word, then I think the intermediate tyres are such an incredible tyre, but this is too much, I think, for the intermediate tyres. They're going to have to go on the wet tyres, aren't they? And I'm wondering now if they have missed the boat. No pun intended. Of course there's a pun intended there. But yes, I think that they have have missed the boat, haven't they? Diashi is out on circuit as well. Mike is also about to start his lap as well. He is on the wet tires. Mike, another big name that is also facing elimination in qualifying too. And oh my word, then I've got to say, if this is race trip, I reckon we'd have a safety car, because this is appalling out there. Absolutely appalling then. And then now into turn 17 and 18 as well. Mike has beached on the curb. Everything that's not going to help into the far turn. They're struggling to slow the car down. Look at the puddles off there. I got to say then, I might, when I need a bath later on there, I'm just going to go on to the final turn here. Goodness me, there's enough water for me to submerge in there. And hopefully Greenpeace won't put me back in the ocean either. Oh my word, look at that then. And you can hardly see the car behind you. This is getting very dangerous indeed for the drivers, isn't it? And my word then, and Mike then is just about trying to get onto full throttle, isn't it? But this is definitely very difficult indeed there. Wilson saying it's definitely wet out there now. It really is, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant stuff. And as Wilson saying, look at the drivers in the garage and see how much it's raining. And Sarah Mushroom saying he is going to go soft bed. And yes, indeed, Wilson, look at that. Oh, goodness me. Yes, that's a lot of water coming from the sky, isn't it? So Mike then, we're staying with Mike at the moment. We've got 4 minutes to go. Then we've got 4 minutes to determine who's going to be out qualified. Fran with a full qualifying battle at the moment there is 13th on the grid then. Good stuff indeed then. I've got to say, Fran has picked a beautiful day then to get a full qualifying, hasn't he? Good stuff indeed there from Fran. This is the time where you really see the drivers at their utmost best, don't you? They have to stay within the darker patch of the track. There he is, and there are your tram lines. That's your racing line, isn't it? Now you cannot go outside that racing line, because I think you're just going to go on top of the water and aquaplane into the barrier there, aren't you? So Mike there is doing a very good job there. You have to be inch perfect, don't you, in these conditions? You have to be pristine and precise as well. And look at this then. I got to say, I think in the real world of Formula 1, we probably would actually get this session red flagged, won't we? I think we had weather conditions similar to this in Australia 2013, didn't we? And look at that, it's horizontal, isn't it? Goodness me. Right then, Mike then, almost missing the final turn 17 then. Now it's the final turn 18 as well. Going out the final turn, and where is he? He is in 10th position, and that's a good time there for Mike there, mustering up all he can in that McLaren. Good stuff indeed then. His teammate is out on circuit as well. What about Camera Racer? Camera Racer's out there. Billet is on the intermediate tires there as he is trying to roll the dice. He's currently 12th for the moment. Energetics is still in the pits. Diash has emerged back out on circuit as well on the wet tires. And oh gosh, so Camera Racer's just been knocked out there. He's about 6/10 of a second away from qualifying free at the moment. Then Ayrton is safe and sound in the pits there. We're going to keep an eye on who's going to be out on circuit then, because I think that we might see a car or two buried into the barrier there. Would not be very good for anyone who is through. And at the moment then we've got Bradfield who is through, and I think that Bradfield is safe as well, because there's a 2-second deficit, and the track conditions is much better than what they are now. Yellow flag then on the start finish straight. Camera Racer has actually dropped off here, hasn't he? So he must not have been improving now. So he is just pulled to one side then. So Velocity is also retired from the session as well. That is Renbo, who is currently on circuit as well. It's in the other half of Diashi, also attempting the time as well. Mike is 2 seconds down at the moment on his personal best there. And I feel nice and cozy in these old commentary box now, don't I? Goodness me. I'm going to get me old blankie out there and just wrap myself up nice and warm now. Unfortunately, these drivers, as soon as they go get out of the cars there, they're going to look like they feel like they've been in a shower, don't they? Well, I've got to say, this might be a full-blown shower, goodness me. Now Energetics is on and out of the moment. Diashi then, this is going to be his last chance at it. I know we've got 90 seconds to go in the session, but it's so slow around here now, isn't it? We are touching the 2-minute mark almost. Camera Racer is out qualifying. He is also out qualifying too, and out of qualifying as well. As who is emerging out the pits there? I think that's one of the Alpha Taris. I think that was Sean Hammers. As Diash then trust about getting it slowed down into turn 1 as well. And now then going through turn number 3. Look at the spray off the back of that Haas there. Goodness me. Of course, the most effective thing to drive for Formula 1 circuit is a Formula 1 car, as the downforce there just absolutely launches the spray or the water back up into the air as well. But there's too much water coming down, isn't there, for it to even affect this at the moment now. And I'd say that the rain is actually easing off a bit now, isn't it? It doesn't feel as heavy as it once was, but that might just be my eyes that deceiving me. What about Diashi then? So Fran is down in 14th position, and Billet is back in the pits. He's he's out of qualifying as well. Energetics then, is he going to, can he get himself through? He is on at turn 3 as well. Then Energetics is then, Energetics there is one and done then, but we're going to keep an eye on the Singapore hero. Here he is, and it's Diashi. He is purple in the second intermediate split sector as well, into turn 13 as well there, as he had to have 2 bites of the cherry on the steering wheel as well. This is where you have to be very clean and precise, don't you? And of course having a smooth grip of the wheel there is always going to help as well, isn't it? Qualifying is done and dusted, albeit I am 30 seconds in front, so you might be able to get one more lap in. Let's see what Diashi does, and his target time is a 52.3. That is Mike who's got the target time at the moment, and let's see what Diashi can do now. This is the last corner. This looks good for Diashi. That is very good. He is through into qualifying 3. Good stuff indeed. Then Mike is out of qualifying. What about Bradfield as well? Bradfield is going to be sweating in the garage, isn't he? As he is done and dusted as well. And so who is going to be the final man in qualifying? Is it going to be Bradfield? Or is it going to be Energetics? Energetics is 5/10 a second up then on the 4 wet tyres then, isn't he? Now he has just got one more sector to go. Can the man who's second in the World Championship there get himself into qualifying 3 then? That very nasty turn 15 as well. Look, there's a Haas in the background. That's Rempo. That is also just trying out the wet tires there, isn't she? As doing her homework as well before getting into qualifying 3. Then Energetics there into the final turn as well. Here he is. Is this enough? And his target times are 51. Oh goodness me! He is just outside there, and he had a full opposite lock there, didn't he? Energetics is out of qualifying. Oh no, goodness me! Then the man who's second in the World Championship is going to be devastated. And I've got to say, row 11 on the grid, looking very juicy there. Energetic second in the World Championship. Mike, who is 5th in the World Championship, side by side then. Serious much saying a good lap there from Diashi, and then that was a cracking lap there from Diashi, wasn't it? Fran out of qualifying, he's 15th. Ballot in 14th position. Camera Racer in 13th. 12th position for Mike, and Energetics in 11th position there. And unfortunately out of qualifying. So that means that for the race later on, you're not going to have many tyre. The tyre strategy is all up in the air then, which is, I think it's going to be very good then, isn't it? Diashi saying, blimey, that was close. Thanks again, Mushroom. And Wilson saying, well done, Diashi. What a lap. It was a fantastic lap, wasn't it? He tamed the weather conditions, didn't he? Good stuff indeed there, as Diashi has taken all the plaudits there in the comments as well. Now, of course, well, that is rightly deserved. Very much a Charles Leclerc-esque lap there, wasn't it? Remember Charles Leclerc in 2018 there. And that rain is definitely very much eased off. Is it going to be it's still wet tyres out there at the moment now? I wonder if we might get on the intermediate tyres before the end of this as well then, but oh gosh, I gotta say, it looks like I've been on the rain. Then I've just seen I got a big old sweaty sweat patch, and we got soft tires on there. I got a big old sweat patch on my back already. Goodness me, then I gotta say, then yeah, oh gosh, I'm already perspirating there. It was a bad shirt to wear as well. I got my Team LH shirt on tonight there. I'm not a Mercedes fan, but of course I had to remain neutral then, and perhaps then I might have to change my shirt before the race. Then we got intermediate tires already. Sean Hammers is already tempted to go on the intermediate tires, and he's out there, first man out on circuits while I know Sean Hammers there, good on the intermediate tires. This is a good strategy there for Hammers, isn't it? Because he will now be able to feel the track conditions, won't he? And if it's too wet for the intermediate tires, he can come back in and put the wet tires on then. So he's giving himself more than enough time. Lovely stuff indeed there. Dave saying that the weather looks better there, and really good stuff indeed. Then it is looking better. Serious Rush saying someone's hinted that it's going to dry up for qualifying 3 then, isn't it? And look at that, the weather looks so much better now, doesn't it? We can actually see part of the race circuit now, didn't we? Because when it was absolutely pouring down, we could hardly see the cars. And I've got to say, that song goes, I think it's by Cindy, isn't it? I can see clearly now the rain has gone there. It was also off the film Ants as well, if anyone's watched that. I think Sylvester Stallone was one of the big muscly ants as well, which is a random fact which no one probably cares about, but I used to like that film. It was a good film. Anyway, then Sean Hammerson, first man out on circuit, and as he at the moment is just testing the weather conditions as well. It is very light very light very light rain at the moment, isn't it? So I think that it will be intermediate tyres there as well. Bradfield is still thinking about those wet tyres, but everyone else has gone on to the intermediate tyres there, as Hammers there is just wiggling the car there, isn't he? Shaking it from left to right, side to side, and Side to side, and there we go then. Let me just quickly get rid of me notifications as well then. Right then, as we're on board then with Sean Hammers then, so there's no DRS then in this qualifying session as it stands, and I hear a lot of you guys maybe why is there no DRS, and of course then if because it's too wet, it is deemed to be dangerous to have the DRS detection zone activated, so that's why it is shut then for wet weather conditions then, albeit they do activate it when it becomes dry, doesn't it? So we might see that depending on if it dries up in time, but I think with 9 minutes to go that might not be the case then. But I gotta say, I don't know much about anything, and look at how much rating drops is on that AlphaTauri, and that has just been out for about for a minute or two, about 2 minutes, and here we go then. Sorry. So as James was saying, it's still worth putting a banker in, I think then, and indeed it is. And Sean Hammers there is the first man out on the course then as he breaks down into turn 2 then. And this is also we was talking about how great the drivers were in those monsoon conditions earlier on then. This is another part where you really earn your bottom dollar as a driver as well, don't you? Because once again the braking points has changed there. Oh my gosh, the grip has changed as well, hasn't it? There for these drivers out, they're almost guesswork, isn't it? And they're just it's about feel now in the car, isn't it? And let's see what these bronze drivers are made of, and so far they have been absolutely impressive this season and in that qualifying section as well. And I gotta say, utmost respect to all 20 of these drivers here tonight. Lovely stuff indeed then. Sean Hammers there is just coming into the final part of the course as well. He's in the middle part now then. Newman is still in the pits at the moment. He is still on the soft tyres. I think he might be waiting to see if a dry line starts to emerge then, and if there's a hint for a dry line, then Newman looks like he's going to throw on those soft tyres and go for all or nothing lap, isn't he? As of course he is third in the championship at the moment, and he has got quite a lot to lose, Newman has, if he wants to be promoted to silver next season, doesn't he? Sean Hammers there is hacksawing away at that steering wheel as well before into 15 and 16. There he is then. Look at that, there's the back end is drifting out. Beautiful stuff indeed there for Hammers. Nice and composed in the car as well. Where everything outside the car is anything but composed, isn't it? There's so much energy that's going on. It's brilliant. 9 cars out on circuit as well. Sean Hammers then the first man to put time in, and it's a 44.8 there. Good stuff indeed then. We got a Haas then, who I think is just starting a flying lap, and indeed they are there. Curly Red then final turn then. Let's see what Curly Red can do there, and he is in at second position there, I should say then. The second AlphaTauri is also starting their lap as well. What about Velocity then? And here is Velocity in the World Championship leader then into turn 18 as well. Car 32 then out of the final turn, and Velocity is third fast at the moment. So I think would he be disappointed with that lap? I was supposed to be happy he would have got round really, but Velocity is the slowest of the time so far. Both racing points has out-qualified the championship leader so far. Sean Hammers there is I think he hasn't been in the water. I think he's just cruising there. And Sloth, my goodness me there. This is a great debut for Sloth, isn't it? Good gosh, the Ferrari driver once again then showing that he has got some speed, hasn't he? Brilliant 17th there. He is currently then fast at the moment. As we got one of the Williamses there of Velocity there, having a couple of issues there. Out of turn at 3 as well. Ayrton then into the final turn as well. Sorry, turn 17 then. Now into turn 18 as well. Then this is the last turn then. And where is Ayrton put himself? Going a bit wide there, but he's full fast. He is the meat in the racing point sandwich. Good stuff indeed there from Ayrton. Red in the first sector then. Then Diash is in the first sector. Here comes the other half of a Red Bull then. And let's see then, as you can see, it's getting very clear out there as well. Beautiful stuff indeed then. And so now coming into the final turn as well. Dave said, "Don't talk up Sloth, but my quality debut was good, but in Spa, in Spa, remember, laugh out loud." Then is Red Bull goes across the line, and she is fastest there, and by 2/10 of a second as well. And Red Bull seems to be in the form of her life at the moment there in this qualifying session. Good stuff indeed there. What about Bradfield out of the final turn? Bradfield goes 8 faster than what about Diashi? Both Haas drivers are really coming on strong in the in this last couple of races, haven't they? Especially Diashi in Singapore. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Yeah, going back to Dave. Remember Dave, I think he was second on the grid, wasn't he? In a spot, unfortunately, it didn't last too long. Mars is on fastest there, and Curly has just gone second fastest as well. Good stuff indeed then. So the second time lap is looking much fruitful rather than the first there. Mars is now on pole position there for the racing point. Good stuff indeed there from Mars, and he has never had a pole position in the ALR bronze before. Here comes Diashi out of the final turn. Diashi goes 6 fast at the moment there in the Haas. Ayrton is now 4/10 of a second up in the second intermediate split time with just under 5 minutes to go as well. Where is he? There he is. So the director got left behind there. Ayrton was going too quick for the cameraman. Into turn 17 as well. Final turn now for Ayrton. Let's see what he can do then. He's currently 7th fastest. He moves up to 4th, and of course then he's equaling his best performance in qualifying to date then. Remember what happened in Singapore? Well, he's just equaled out. The good stuff indeed there. On board then with Diashi then. I think Diashi is going for a second bite of the cherry. He is indeed. He's 4,500 second up at the moment now as he is staying out on the used intermediate tires there. Bradfield is having a much better fist of this as well, isn't he? He is 8/10 second up in the second intermediate split time as well. Good stuff indeed then as now then as we are into turn 16 as well for Bradfield. He has done the 46 at the moment and he'll be a bit disappointed with that. Velocity is only 8 fast at the moment. Newman, I think that the drives are not going to be used in this session, are they? But we do have 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Bradfield out the final turn, and he goes 8 fast at the moment there, and improved by 1 position there, but that is a humongous amount of time that he has gained there. Diashi is 4,700 a second down in this qualifying session. Roscoe is back in the session, and good stuff indeed there from the Renault driver, and lovely stuff then. And there is just going in the pits, as is Maz But at the moment, it is Maz who is, of course, the bar here in qualifying session. Can he maintain that bar? Is what is going to be? It's what's going to be his main fault then as well. Is he going to come in the pits, or is he staying out? I think he's going to have to come in the pits there because he's ran out of fuel, hasn't he? The man who's on pole position, or has he? Yeah. I was just actually questioning myself there, but yes, he's coming in the pits now, Maz has, and he's going to put on a new set of intermediate tires then before having one more bash for a time run out there. Velocity there is out on circuit, and so is Sean Hammers as well. Then they've got new intermediate tires, and of course they're going to be fresh, so that's going to give them some grip, but it's all about the confidence, isn't it, around here? And Sean Hammers at the moment, and he's just coming on the back straight as well. ALR Drive to Survive, but of course we're going to be doing a documentary. I think we should do a documentary, shouldn't we? Of all the behind the scenes fun there. Oh, that'd be a great one, wouldn't it? I've got to say, might be certificate 18 though. We've also got Serious Mushroom. At least 2 Racing Point guys can drive fed. It's really good stuff indeed. Of course, Serious Mushroom there, I think was talking about the very disappointing day for the Racing Point team last night. Unfortunately, VTOD I think got 9th position in the end then, as a Serious Mushroom there just finished outside the point, if I'm not very much mistaken then. Serious Mushroom is Drive to Survive, good then. I got to say, Drive to Survive is absolutely fantastic. It really is. I am a big old nerd of Formula 1, and I just love everything about Formula 1, more or less, anyway. So you might say, yeah, of course he's going to say it is, but it is really worth a watch. I've got to say, what was better, season 1 or season 2? I need to go back and watch them, both, one after the other, really, to decide then. But there was a lot of funny moments in season 2, but I think Gunther Steiner was on form in both seasons as well, so I suggest it's definitely a good watch. Definitely watch it though. Serious Mushroom did say he had the fast lap. Yes, indeed, he did there. Serious Mushroom did. He got the fast lap, and I think that was Serious Mushroom's second fast lap of the season as well. So good stuff indeed there. Diashi has gone right in front of Sean Hammers here then. Diashi is on an out lap at the moment there. So is he going to? And he does get out of the way there, Sean Hammers. And the dirt there is going to impact Sean Hammers slightly, but he is about 4/10 of a second up in the first intermediate split time then. So Sean Hammers might be impeded slightly there. Less than 70 seconds to go in this qualifying session as well. Newman is also now emerged out of the garage as well then. Hammers is going to be the first man to set a time. Remember, I am 60 seconds, no, I'm 30 seconds behind, so I think it's about 90 seconds left in this session then, give or take, then I'm speaking absolute rubbish then. Right then, as we're coming down the back straight as well then, as this track is just getting quicker and quicker and drier as well, isn't it? And let's see then, as he's now coming into into the chicane as well. Newman is also in front of us as well. As Newman gets out of the way, then very good stuff indeed there. Gotta say, good awareness, of course, to drive, so trap them up. They also have the red arrows as well, and they can look behind, so it's a lot easier to spot a driver coming at you in a league race rather than an actual Formula 1 race, of course. Then, but there should be no excuse at any kind of level, should there really? And now then, Sean Hammers there into 17, last corner as well, now into 18 as well. This is the last corner, and Sean Hammers is on pole position there. A fantastic time there for Sean Hammers, and a really good stuff indeed there. Yellow flag is out there, but Velocity goes only 6 fastest there for Velocity. He has time for one more run then, and let's see what he can do. What can he muster up then in the first stage? And Newman is also starting as well. I got yellow flag, there's one. The Mercedes there is cruising, and it is Ayrton at the moment. He's 3/10 seconds down, and I think that Ayrton's done 4 laps on this intermediate tire as well. Bradfield is back in the pits then. And what about Sloth then? Sloth is currently down in 8th position there, but of course he set his time quite early on in the session. He's 3/10 second up in the second intermediate split time. It is getting very tense there, very close indeed there, isn't it? In this qualifying session, yellow flag says that is Ayrton cruising. That's a Haas! That's a Haas gone. I think it's Red Bull. It's a Red Bull. Has a Red Bull an issue? I think she has, and that's unfortunate for Red Bull. And she was in the frame, I think, for the discussion for definitely pole position, the first pole position of his career as well. And here comes Sloth out of 15 into 16 as well. Here comes the David Todd. He's on a fantastic day, isn't he? The Ferrari driver is out of 16 as well. Here we go then. 2 more corners from home then for Sloth then. 17. And now into 18 then as well. Bradfield is finished. Ayrton is finished. And Sloth, it's a third fast at the end, and Masters retired from the session there. And that's a shame then. Oh my goodness me, oh my gosh, what is going on here? There's a crash, there's a big crash, and that's down at the oh no, that's not good at all, is it? And that is going on to the DRS straight as well. And oh gosh, Rembo is involved, Mars involved, and also we've got Velocity involved as well. Diashi is 4/10 of a second up. Rembo's been disqualified from the session there, and here comes Diashi. Diashi's in 4th fastest there, and Newman is on pole position there, and that is his first pole position of his career as well. Oh, brilliant stuff indeed there. And that is it then. That is the end of qualifying, and Newman is on. That is his first pole position of his career. Really good stuff indeed. Not sure what happened there, and we might have to have an inquest about that. Unfortunately, there's the shenanigans going on at turn number 12, I think it was. But Newman ain't going to care about that, is he? He is on pole position then for the Russian Grand Prix. He did 1 run. He didn't need any more. He just got in there, set a time, smashed it. He smashed it out of the park there, and really good stuff indeed there for Newman. Congratulations, his first pole position, I can't believe I'm saying that, of his career in ALR bronze then. Really good stuff indeed then. Never discount out this man. As Nunda saying Diashi 5th there. Diashi's on absolutely fine form and good stuff indeed there. Cummings has just had what is going on there then. As we've also got Nunda saying, wait, how is that Rembo in a 10th position while she got disqualified, and that is why she's dropped down to 10th there for Rembo, unfortunately. So Newman is on pole position. Sean Hammers is alongside on row 1. That's a fantastic row, isn't it? Maz in 3rd position there, brilliant stuff indeed. Sloth in 4th, my word. 5th position, Diashi, my goodness me then. I gotta say, he's a new man, isn't he? Ayrton in 6th position, he could have been higher up if he had another shot there. Curly Red in 7th, Velocity down in 8th with Bradfield 9th, and Redbow in 10th position, unfortunately, after she got disqualified from the session there. As we got Velocity and Mars drove straight into the wall then, so that might be the reason why then. And but so yeah, so it might just been just a retirement from the session there, because it was all done and dusted then. I gotta say, I'm very suspicious, said I think I played too much. I watched too many Among Us kind of things there, so I think they're acting very sus there, very sus, aren't they? Anyway, here we go then, and look at that then, beautiful stuff indeed then. We've only had a bit of dry run in this race now, but it's a beautiful day here in Sochi. It's now going to get me suntan out, and also going to get me legs and arms out as well, which is a horrific sight there. As I got to say, I'm so you got to say I'm very bright there as well. There, you're going to catch some bird off me there. I seem to just reflect it. Right then, we are on the final countdown now to the Russian Grand Prix, round 17/16. Of course, we didn't have a Vietnam Grand Prix, did we? And it seems like we're only ever going to have one in. It looks like we're only going to have a Vietnam one more time, aren't we? On the Formula One game, and since it's not going to be on the 2021 game, is it? Unfortunately, then. But yeah, so unfortunately, Vietnam was not on the calendar there. So this is round technically 16, albeit we're going to continue with 17 then. And here we go then. So the drivers on the grid. We don't know about their tyre strategy, of course, then, because it was wet, wasn't it, in qualifying. And there are 20 cars on the grid, and we are a go for the formation lap. So 27 laps then. Let's go for the grid shot from front to back. And it is pole position there for Newman. That is his first pole position of his career. Well done to Newman. And he is also on the soft compound tyres as well. So that is very good stuff indeed there for Newman. Second position is Sean Hammers there. He is on the medium tyres. Maz in third position, medium tyres. Sloth in fourth position, medium tyres as well. Diashi in fifth position there. And I got to say, Diashi there, the way that he's transformed himself from coming into... Oh no, he's left for session! Oh no, and Diashi has left for session. This is not good at all. Oh my word there. And Diashi there, we were just about to give him all kinds of praise, and he is out of the formation lap. So hopefully he'll come back in. On the soft tyres, Diashi. Ayrton on medium tyres, said Curly Red on soft tyres, said. It looks like the rest of the next current crop of drivers on medium. Velocity down 8th for this there, but of course group position doesn't matter too much for Velocity, does it? He can start anywhere on the grid. He just seems to be so good there, doesn't he? And Diashi's back in the session. Good something. Hopefully can join. Hopefully can get his car going as well. Bradfield in 9th position. Rembo getting disqualified in qualifying 3 there for being a naughty driver. She is in 10th position at the moment now. 11th position is Energetics. Mike is in 12th position. That's a juicy row 6, isn't it? Just like I said in qualifying. Camera Racer in 13th position there. Can he get some points on the board for Red Bull? Fran in 14th position there. After on a full quality bun, I'm thinking be very happy with that. Brandon in 15th position there. 16th position is Nunda as well. Remember, Nunda had a great performance. The last 2 races have been absolutely phenomenal. And qualifying on pole position was last after turn 1 in Italy. And of course in Singapore was based at the back of the grid and finished in a very high position as well. I can't remember where he finished in the end. Nunda didn't. I think he finished in 7th position. Yes, he did. 8th position. He's on soft tyres along with Brandon. Roscoe is in 17th position on medium tyres. Cummings is 18th then in the Alfa Romeo. Ballot is in 19th position now. He had a 5-place grid penalty. And Artie Wee is 20th on the grid there in the Renault then. So here we go then. There is the predicted strategy. One-stop strategy. Unless we get safety cars out, of course, then it might turn into a multiple stop race then. Of course, this is the longest pit lane. One of the longest pit lanes of the year, isn't it? That's why you only want a one-stopper. It's so much time you waste then. Here we go. And it's calm before the storm, isn't it? As we're on board then, as it looks like Artie Wee and Ballot there are just at the back of it. They're not really keen on getting this going now. And Cummings there also, I'm wondering if Cummings is just trying to, just like taking his time here as the drivers to the front. They've got more time to think about where to brake into turn 2. It's such a long run, isn't it? Down into turn 2, isn't it? So you've got a lot of time to think about it. And of course, the more time you think about it, the more time that you might overthink about this and ruin it there. Right then, Cummings is the last man to line from the grid. He'll be his 18th then. Mars has left for Cess as well. This is not good at all. Mars who's on third on the grid then. Yellow flags is flaring. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights as a pause, and we are racing here in Russia. No, we ain't, because Mars is gone already. We'll be racing in Russia any second, and here we go. No. And here we go then. It's Newman gets away well. Then Sean Hammers is alongside already. Sean Hammers has passed Newman. There's a car on the grass in the background. I think it was Energetics. And here we go then. And then Newman now, look at this as they come down into turn 2. Look at these cars. And Mars is joining then. And they're going into turn 2 as well. Let's see then. Are they all crispy clean? They are indeed then. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And I got to say, very good driving now from all drivers. Roscoe, some new 30 position. How did that happen? Brilliant stuff indeed there. As we've got all kinds of battling going on. Mars there, and look at this, and it's Newman is all over the back of Hammers. Hammers had a fantastic start, didn't he? As we go into turn 2, oh goodness me, a lock up as well. Look at Sloth, Sloth, I should say that. Yellow flag in the background. What's up with D Ashley there? Is right at the back there. A perfect qualifying. Is kind of gone disastrously wrong in the race, hasn't he? He lost connection. He's out of the race. Oh no, D Ashley has retired from the race as well. Mars is back in the session as well, and so of course, so he's leading this race at the moment. Sloth in third position, fourth position. Yellow flag in sector 2. Where D Ashley is out of the race. What a shame then. Really, absolutely disappointing indeed. There. Now you got Curly Redden, who's all over the back of the Ferrari. Sloth defending the inside there. Energetics is down in 17th position there. We saw him on the grass there, and he is right down at the back of the grid. Then it's D Ashley out already then, and Curly goes on the outside of Sloth. Brilliant performance there from Curly, and he is on the soft tires, and the soft tires are working splendidly well at this stage of proceedings. And look at those cars, and they're all over the show here, aren't they? Good stuff indeed there. Coming through the complete lap 1 then, and Brandon's got a 3-second penalty as Mars get on the way. Very judgmentally there from Mars, and a good 70 there. So Mars has hopped back into second position there, but he is going to be. I look at this, and it's weird. Now there's from Taker the lead then, and now also Mars is dropping down the order. As of course there is, he was just letting the front runners through then, so he has dropped down to 4th position then. But I think that's very good sportsmanship there from Mars. Hats off to him. We've got Sloth in 5th position as well. Sloth is going to be as Cummings is there for session as well. We've got a lot of issues there with connecting. Remember last time out in Singapore, we had a lot of disconnections right at the end there, didn't we? Well, we did turn out to be, it was a PlayStation error, wasn't it, unfortunately, which is why RDW's got a 3-second penalty, and oh goodness me, and yes, that's a debris off the back of that racing point, isn't it? And it is indeed there. Of course, it's just a tap there. That's how flimsy these wings are, winning with so much energy. But Curly Red is through, and we might have a deja vu from last night now. Of course, I remember last night where Gurman had wing damage, and a couple of other drivers did as well, didn't they? And it was a bit of a queue of cars, wasn't it? Thank you to our new subscriber as well. Brilliant stuff indeed there. I love it. I will give you a shout out in just a few moments, as I need to compose myself at the moment, because there's too much action going on once again, isn't there? As I am dripping, very much dripping. I'm perspirating over here. RDW has now been passed out by Brandon. RDW is down to 14th by Brandon. I'm into 30th position as well. Good hustle there from Brandon. Mike is in 10th position as well. Energetic still in 17th position now, and he is not making. Oh, Mars has had some issues here in the racing point. He has dropped down the order, and oh goodness me, as he's just gone solid there, and all camera racing there, giving him a chop there into the pits. There comes Sloth as well. Only done 1 lap there, only done 2 laps, and he damaged the car, and DRS has been enabled then, and Sloth is in the pits as well. Ferrari mechanics there, they are there ready, and let's see then, they are changing the nose cone on that Ferrari. What a shame then. And look at this, and Sean Hammers there, Hannah Lynch, and Ayrton is now being overtaken by the championship leader. That is Velocity. He's gone, goodness me, he's gone right off the circuit there. Velocity has said, and he's just rejoined that, and he is in front of Ayrton at the moment, and Red Bull in 6th position now. She has made her way back at the field as well, and it's Ayrton is through past Velocity, and now Red Bull is also alongside Velocity as well, and it's Velocity now has lost 2 positions there as he overshot turn 2, but Red Bull on the inside there, and passes the world champion. Look at this, and they're side by side as they come down into turn 7 there, and Red Bull has the inside, but Velocity has the outside. He has gone wide, definitely still hanging out there on board of Red Bull, as well as Velocity. He is just backed out slightly, so Red Bull is through. Oh my gosh, their fan has just been gone in the wall there. Mike there, I'm thinking Mike there just probably just misjudged that, didn't he, slightly there, but I'm not sure if Fran was going into the wall anyway, or if Mike gave him a helping hand there, but of course oh goodness me, and then Velocity on the outside there, and so as Red Bull's on the inside. Where's Velocity gone? He is oh goodness me, that door is going to close there, and they're side by side as well. Brilliant action here. He's on the inside. Oh, there's contact. Red Bull just steering to the side there. Oh dear, then it's getting very close indeed as between the 2 drivers there, and there's the 56. Look at the conga line behind him as well. We've got Red Bull, Velocity, Mike and Fran there, and we've also got I think Fran is coming in the pits while Ayrton there is just bolted away whilst all these guys are having a good old time out there, aren't they? And now then Red Bull is now going to be on a sinking feeling, isn't she, because Velocity has got DRS and he's side by side, and now then Velocity is up into back up in the 5th position as well then. I enjoyed that battle. That's a fantastic battle. That was brilliant. What's that? Whoa, goodness me, that's a Renault! Oh my goodness me, it's Artie Wee there. And oh gosh, there it's he was. It looks like he misjudged his breaking point there, and he's going on the pits while Fran there is on the hard tires to the end, and Slothhead and Roscoe also battling away for the minor places at this moment in time. And now Rembo though is not letting velocity go at this stage of proceedings. There, Sean Hammers is now so that Maz has left the session. Now Maz is coming down in 10th position at the moment, and I'm hoping that these disconnections ain't going to have any problems, is there? Is it going to have any? Is it going to cause any negative effects on the race in which they already have? Unfortunately, we've lost Diashi and now we've lost Mars as well. Two drivers that was right at the pinnacle of the field as well, and unfortunately, they're both now on the back foot. Well, Diashi's right on the back foot; he's out of the race then, and we've also lost Mars at this stage as well, as he is now dropping down the field like a stone. Energetic is now making his way back up into. He's now up into a 12th position there, which I've got to say is much better than what it was looking like about 3-4 laps ago. And it's a good 17th there for Energetic. Remember, you're second in the World Championship, but as it stands, Velocity is going to go into Japan then with the first real opportunity there of clinching the championship. That's how it stands at the moment. And Mike then is having a look there on the inside into 17 there. And of course, we've had no safety cars at the moment either, and I hope I haven't jinxed that, but I also hope I do as well, then, because I do love a good safety car. As it gets really interesting, doesn't it? And so on board then is now Sean Hammers there has passed Curly. Oh my gosh, sir! And look at us, as they have come to. It looks like that, and Curly's got a 3-second penalty for that then. And oh dear, then is Ayrton is now there. Is Velocity is on the inside of Ayrton. Ayrton dropping down the 5th position. As we got all kinds of shenanigans going on then. And Red Bow is set in front then. As Roscoe set the fast half race in the Renault. He's in at 17th position at the moment then. Oh, and we've also got Brandon who's now snuck his way up in the 9th position. Good 17, and Diashi is left for session there. He is out of the race. He's our first retiree in this Russian Grand Prix. What a shame there for Diashi. Absolutely, that is such a shame for Diashi, isn't it? He was on a fine run of form there in Singapore and today in qualifying as well. And safety car! And what is the safety car for? What is the safety car for? Let's take a look up and down the field, shall we? And I'm not really too sure why we've got a safety car, as Artie Wee and Cummings are very close together as well. But Artie Wee that's why Artie Wee has lost the wing there, and he is coming into the pits, and so the Renault driver is going to have to come in the pits there and change that wing there. Oh dear, that's not good at all for Artie Wee, is it? And what is Newman going to do? We're on that 5 then. Is he going to come in the pits there and get rid of those soft tyres then? Is he? He is coming into the pits and he has got a 7-second advantage then over Sean Hammers, who's on the medium tyres. I think all the soft ones are going to be in the pits at the end of this lap, I'm sure of it. And also, so Sean Hammers is going to take the lead then of the Russian Grand Prix. Sean Hammers has never won a ALR bronze race before then, but I got to say, he's looking very strong in the moment there, isn't he? Hard tires on the car for the McLaren driver, and I think Curly Red is also going to have to change the nose cones. The McLaren team are also, looks like they were primed and ready for Mike as well, but Mike is still out there at the moment, isn't he? Curly Red is also coming in the pits as well, changing that nose cone now. He is on the medium tire then, the Racing Point driver is then, and here he goes, and he is out now then. I think he might need another stop there, but don't quote me on that then, because I'm usually wrong there. Also in the pits then is Energetics then. Energetics then, this is a strategical change, and he's on the soft tires. Expect a very attacking start into these restarts this race as well. Camera Racer who's in 12th position on soft tires as well. We've also got Cummings in the pits as well. Of course, the Alfa Romeo team just having to get back into position now after Energetics came in the pits, and we've got Artie Wee there, who is I think he's the corporate for the who's the man that calls the safety car. He's also coming out of the pits as well. So Energetics and Cummings has left the session again then, so hopefully Cummings can get back in. This is such a shame now. It's so disappointing, isn't it, with all the when you have connection issues. It really is, isn't it? Because it just absolutely ruins the race there for the drivers, doesn't it? And hopefully and of course they completely ruined the end of the race there for Singapore, and that was a really good setup to Singapore as well. It's going to be a great battle between Energetics and Velocity. I was looking forward to that one, and we were robbed of that. So Fran's got a 3-second penalty. This is a good opportunity to take stock in this race, isn't it? Because so there's a good opportunity there to take stock in this race. So Sean Harris is leading this race at the moment. Velocity is in second position. Ayrton in third position. Cummings is back in this session. Brilliant stuff. Rembo in fourth position. Mike is in fifth. Bradfield is in sixth position. All on medium tyres. Brandon is elected to stay out. He is in seventh position there on soft tyres. Newman is the highest runner who's come in the pits for a scheduled stop. He's in eighth position. More or less a scheduled stop anyway. In the McLaren there, he's on hard tyres. Nunda is in ninth position. Once again showing his expert prowess in the back of the pack. He is up to 9th position. Mars in 10th position. His Mars got back into the session then. He is still a ghost at the moment, and Mars says, I really hope he gets back in the session soon then. Curly Red in 11th position there, behind his teammate Roscoe in 12th position. Sloth in 13th position there. We got Camera Racer 14th. Fran is 15th. Mars is back in the session. Energetics is 16th. Bala in 17th. Artie Wee is in 18th position, and Cummings is in 19th position then. 19 cars left and Diashi out of the race then. And let's go. And hopefully we'll be back racing in just a jiffy as well then. Right then, so then we're on lap 7. We've got 20 laps. We've got 20 more laps to go in this Russian Grand Prix. So when is the medium tyres going to come in? They did quite a long race yesterday, didn't they? They went from the medium to the soft, didn't they? The driver is on the alternative strategy, and into the pits. There comes Energetics. He's now back on the medium tyres. Really much Energetics. That is definitely a strategical call there, isn't it? He has gone from medium soft and now back to the medium tyre. Energetic has said, so he doesn't have to stop again then. He's got to do 20 laps on those medium tyres, so he might have to be a bit twinkle toesy there coming to the end of this race. And Bala has done the same as well. He's also on the medium tyres as well. Both those two drivers can go to the end then along the hard tyres as well then. But I think we had a 20 lap stint last yesterday, didn't we, on the medium tyres? I can't remember who did it though. It's which is very standard stuff, isn't it, for me, because I don't really know what I had for lunch. So right then, it's so just take a quick look. Then I've missed a lot of comments, so I apologise, guys. As unfortunately as Diash there was very disappointed then, really disappointed indeed then, as Diash said the game is a joke. Then it can be at times. There was a joke last week as well, wasn't it? As we've also got because Diashi wants to race so bad, and he had such a good performance though, didn't he, in qualifying. Velocity should have gave that back then from Gordo. Oh wait, he did notice, yeah, because Velocity I think didn't give it back straight away, did he, the position there, because turn 3 is more or less a full throttle corner there, so he probably would have lost a bit more time there. So Velocity doing a very good job there to judge that to perfection there. Good stuff indeed there, Velocity. He is very much a thinking man's driver, isn't he? A thinking man's driver there. He really is, isn't he? He definitely he doesn't do anything without really thinking it through first, does he? Safety cars in at the end of this lap then, and as Serious Merchant saying, Red Bull just needs to chill for now. She's in a very strong 4th position as well. Serious Merchant saying, at least Dave got back in there. Dave and RDW has come to blows, unfortunately, for 2 weeks in a row then. But Cummings is down in 7th position, and RDW is in 16th position there. And I hope we don't get round 3 then. So the safety cars in the end of this lap then. So, Noonda's got a 5-second penalty there for going into the back of Mars. Right then. So Sean Hammers is now going to take over as the safety car. So he is now controller of the speed then, and when is he going to drop the hammer then? Sean Hammers is said, and again that's another lovely pun then. Right then, here we go then, look at this, and he's bunching them right up. A severe collision for Noonda as well, and they're getting very getting too close for comfort of Newman, Noonda and Mars. Right then, Sean Hammers then has slowed them right down as they were on board then with Hammers. When's he going to bolt? Ayrton in 3rd position, Rembo in 4th. Here we go, lap 8 then, and we're back racing then, and Velocity in 2nd position, Ayrton 3rd, Rembo in 4th position as well. Look at them streaming out of turn 18 then, and here we go then, and this is going to be a drag down into turn 2, isn't it? Rembo is looking very interested in the Mercedes there, but Ayrton's just got enough speed there going into turn 2 there. Bradfield in 6th position, Brandon in 7th position, Newman in 8th position, Noonan 9th, and Mars in 10th position there, Curry in 11th position. We've got Artie Weed who's skating across the track, and a Fram there who's having a couple of issues there, and he has dropped down the order, and Cummings has gone on the outside as well then, and Artie Weed has got past Sloth as well. Look at that then, it's no, my gosh, there's Cummings there, has damaged the car. Oh dear, and oh dear then, so Cummings has damaged the car. That is not good at all, is it? And oh my gosh, there's Cummings has tried to go on the inside there, and he has got the inside line, and Fran is on the outside then, so Cummings and Fran now fight, and on the outside as well, and now we've got Energetics who's also involved in this as well. Energetics gets past his teammate and moves up into the 17th position there, as Cummings is having a very difficult race at this stage of proceedings, isn't it? And look up on the inside there is a Ballot as well. He gets a 3-second penalty for troubles. Cummings unfortunately back at the back of the field there. Mike is now alongside Rembo. He's through, he's past Rembo up into 5th position now. Rembo's trying to go up and under them, but I think as the job is up there, Rembo's up the inside there. Mike there gives enough cars width fed, and that's all what he needed there, and he is in 4th position there. Mars is now got in front of Roscoe, or is Roscoe trying to get back in front of Mars? And he indeed is. And look at that, Simon on the inside. He's up to 11th position. Roscoe is good stuff indeed. They've got Renner well off the track there. That was Artie Weed and his teammate. And it's look at these cars then. As once again, then we just seem to have a absolute train, don't we? Bradfield then is now got a bit of DRS there off the back of Rempo going into turn 1. No, they haven't got DRS, have they? I'm speaking absolute rubbish there. But it just felt like he was so much quicker, wasn't it? And now he's up the inside then. No, he isn't there. He's nowhere near there. I'm sorry, I'm the mayor, aren't I? But he's going on the outside then. But once again, Rempo has got the car in front. As Bradfield then is just having to make do with 6th position at the moment. There's Brandon in 7th position then. And we've also got Nunda right underneath the rear wing. And that's Mars. Mars is off the circle at turn number 4. Oh dear, that's not good towards. He damaged the car. He looks like he's got all his pieces in the right direction. And Cummings is coming out of the pits now. Back at the front then. Sean Hammerson and Velocity are leading 1-2. Ayrton in 3rd position. Mike in 4th position. Now great drive so far from Mike. Them splendid stuff indeed then. Bradfield in 6th position. Brandon in 7th position. And Newman in 8th position on those hard tyres. Of course, Camera Racer is also giving Roscoe some food for thought as well. As now as we going down then into 13 then is Brandon then is now all over the back of Bradfield at the moment, isn't he? Rempo just in front of us and just taking a look at the gaps in running. So 7 tenths a second between Velocity and Sean Roberts. Once again, and Velocity showing the qualifying doesn't mean too much to him, does it? Because he's absolutely fantastic in the race, isn't he? A really good racecraft, isn't it, from Velocity? We've already talked about it. DRS has now been enabled then on a lap 2 earlier as Nunda is in the pits then after only a couple laps after the safety car in. So this is not going to be a scheduled stop in my opinion, but we'll find out then as the Williams driver then is just coming in then too. I'm wondering if he's changed the nose cone. We'll keep an eye on that then, but that's unfortunate. Cummings right at the back of the field as well. Oh my gosh then, and Bradfield there I think completely misjudged his braking point now and doing a very good job there to avoid a Rempo. So that was getting very oh dear, Bradfield there getting very close to Rempo, but luckily he unfortunately got himself a penalty for that, didn't he? But luckily he didn't impede Rempo's race. And so good stuff indeed there from Bradfield. I know some drivers would have gone straight into the side there. Cummings has got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. Cummings is out of this race, and what a shame for Cummings as he has had a couple of difficult couple of laps here in Sochi, hasn't he? What a shame there from the Alfa Romeo driver. And Cummings there, he's a very quick customer, isn't he, in a Formula 1 car. Unfortunately, he hasn't had too many opportunities to show it so far, has he, in Bronson? And it's Velocity has taken the lead then. He passes Hammers, and now Velocity then, has he got the pace then to just pull away then at the front then again, once again then Velocity is showing then that he has got amazing racecraft, amazing speed. That this man is the complete package in bronze this season, isn't he? And amazing stuff once again for Velocity. Now let's see, can Sean Hammers, he's keeping in the DRS zone at the moment, isn't he? So he's not going to let this one go too he's not going to let Hammers, not going to let Velocity go disappear too far in the distance then. I've got to say, since Hammers has begun the full-time seat, he's been absolutely immense, hasn't he? Immaculate stuff there from the AlphaTauri driver. DRS then is on the money now, and look at this then. So he is 5 tenths of a second back, 4 tenths of a second back. He's got a yellow flag fluttering then, so that's not going to help him. Then Mike is through, passes Ayrton, and Ayrton's down in 4th position. Mike is now up in the 3rd then. Ayrton good, much better run then, and he's on the outside. Ayrton is then. Is he going to stay on the outside? No, he doesn't. He tucks back in underneath the McLaren as well. We've also got Fran, who's got past Slough as well. And look at this then. Artie Weir is out of the race then. Artie Weir is out of the race then. As he is also come to pits and retired as well. Slough is on the inside. Fran is on the outside. Lovely shot indeed then. And here are the 3 cars then. And oh goodness me then. And oh my goodness me. There's energetics there. As it got off the road there. And down in 14th position then. I know we've got Ballot in the background there, who's just keeping tabs on this battle at the moment, isn't he? He wants to see where this one goes, really, doesn't he? Because he can get up a couple of positions there if it gets a bit nasty out there, and I think the Ballot will be loving that one, won't he? So just on board and into the wall there goes Fran, and that is not good at all. As Fran looks like he's damaged the car again then, and oh dear, then the man who's on the hard tires was meant to go to the end of the race there, and not Red Bull. That Mercedes there is getting very skittish there, isn't it? now we're on board the Red Bull, and it's his camera racer that coming just saying that Farfetch messaged him to retire in the pits because he ain't allowed to rejoin now. Once again, I have not read the rules, so there you go then. Even though that rule's been in place now for umpteen races, and I still don't know it, do I? But there you go then. I get too excited then I don't know what's going on with life. Roscoe then is currently, I do know what's going on in this battle. It's 9th, 10th and 11th position there. It's Curly Red, it's Roscoe, it's Camera Racer. 2 points are on offer at this moment in time then. And so it's RDWSF essentially is out of the race as well. That's 3 retirements in this race then as they come down into turn 2. Look at the background. It is Energetics. He's now gone up in the 12th position. He's still out of the points then at this stage of proceedings, but he doesn't need to come in the pits again, does the Energetics? He might have some very worn tires at the end of this one, but Energetics there is run the race then. Just run the race. I think that's a very good strategy as well, then, of course, so you don't lose as much time under safety cars you do when it's a full green lap, of course, then. So that is what Energetics was thinking about there, and that's a very good call indeed then for the man who's second in the World Championship then. But where can he go from there? Well, we have to wait and see, won't we? All the guys at the top of the top of the standings at the moment then, down to 7th position, not pitted yet. That includes Brandon, who's on the soft tire then, 11 laps on those soft tires as well as he is giving Roscoe a bit of a squeeze at the moment. Roscoe is dropping back from Curly at the moment, and Curly has found some speed there. Noonda now up in the 15th position then. Noonda probably might need a safety car if he wants to get himself back into a point scoring position at the moment, because he is quite a way back then. And look at this queue of cars then. We got a queue of cars now forming behind Ayrton. Ayrton is 4th, Brembo 5th, Bradfield in 6th, Brandon is in 7th, and Newman is in 8th position at the moment then. And Newman at the moment then from his vantage point, he's only about 5 seconds away from the race leader, and of course the race leader needs to go in the pits then. Newman does it at the moment, so this race is still very much all to play for, isn't it? And of course there will also be a tyre advance as well for Velocity and Sean Hammers and the rest of the drivers beyond them. So this is not done and dusted by any stretch of the imagination, is it? So keep your guys, keep this one very much. As Newman's on the inside, that passes for Brandon. Brilliant manoeuvre there from Newman. I love that. He went up the inside there. Brandon, I think that also shows that Brandon's soft tires are very much getting to the edge of their limit there, aren't they? On the Ferrari on the Friday. So Brandon there is very much on the back foot at the moment there, isn't he? What a shame then. But of course he still needs to come to the pits anyway. So then it's just back on board there with Newman. Of course this is his first ever pole position, wasn't it, in qualifying in the race at the moment, and he has got a bit of work to do, hasn't he? Of course he's got to pass 3 more cars, and there's a bit of clean air in front of Ayrton. Now it's 2.2 seconds between Ayrton and Mike then. So then I think that's where Newman would like to be. That's where Newman would like to be, I think there. Just behind his teammate. Rumbo's on the inside of Ayrton, and of course Ayrton there just sticking to the racing line there, and there's Rempo back on board of her now in the Haas then. This is a battle for 4th and 5th position then, and 2 drivers that I think have been very good this season as well, haven't they? Of course Ayrton has never missed a bronze race in his career. So into the pits there comes Brandon as well in the Ferrari then. So he is now going on to the medium tires in the race there. Rempo had a horrible exit there, out of entry and exit there out of turn 18 then, and I think that she might be on the back foot, and she still has DRS then, but Bradfield is going to be very close there. Look at that, Mike has shown he's got some rapid speed in that McLaren. He is up into second position. Lovely stuff indeed there. Going back to this battle here but I think that it's now look at this, as Rempo's going on the inside of Ayrton. Ayrton's given her enough space, and look at this, and on the inside, and we're going to have another overtake maneuver there, but Ayrton on the inside for turn number 4. Wow, Rempo on the outside passes Ayrton. Ayrton is down to 5th position as they come into turn 5, and as a Newman there is just watching on there. Mike up into second position. This is a great performance there from Mike, isn't it? Really really putting it into form now, really putting his early season form back to good use there. He's had a bit of a difficult mid-season, hasn't he, in bronze there, but he has really come back to form right at just the right time now, and potentially that third position might be on offer as well. Who knows that, albeit his teammate is in the moment, I would say, in the box seats there of maybe the race. That's a very bold statement. It says we have just hit the halfway mark here in Russia, and he is on the hard tires as well. As now Bradfield there is all over the back of Ayrton as well as they go into turn 13. This is again a very juicy battle as well. As they look at them, they're all over the back of each other, aren't they? Really good stuff indeed. And I've got to say they're very evenly matched, aren't they? All in this gaggle of cars, because Rempo's got past Ayrton, but she is not pulling away at the moment. Good stuff indeed. I'm loving this, but albeit I haven't said that Rempo Rempo has now got a 6/10 of a second advantage then. Ayrton is still in DRS then, which is definitely going to be a... which is definitely going to be an advantage, isn't it? Ayrton also put on the overtake button as well. Now we've got Energized, who's now moved up into 10th position. Now Roscoe is in the pits there. He's done 11 laps there. Look at this, Anderson Newman now on the outside of Bradfield. DRS then overtake as well. He is through and up into 6th position. Next target is Ayrton as well, as we've also got Curdy Red and Camera Racer Dial in full position. Jewel in full position as well. Goodness me, and I'm not sure what I'm dialing. I think I might need to dial a ambulance or something, because I have no idea what I'm talking about tonight. I feel I've had too many blows to the head, haven't I? So just coming down into turn at 5 as well. Ayrton at the moment then is I keep saying that Rempo's going to pull away, but then again Rempo is still within the clutches of Ayrton at the moment there, isn't she? 3/10 of a second at the moment there. But Newman is now also all over the gearbox of the Mercedes driver as well. Ayrton's got a 3-second penalty, as I thought that Newman there was getting a bit was getting into a very dangerous sliding territory there, wasn't he? I thought he was going into the wall there, but Newman definitely not then. Those hard tires are very much up to speed now, up to temperature, and he's now in 6th position as well. Ayrton's now really on the back of the Haas driver then. He is having a look there. No, not quite the one. And look at this lovely shot here. Look at it. This is the driver's eye view as well. You do not see the nose cone, do you, of these Formula 1 cars? It's very much about guesswork, isn't it? And you're about knowing where your front wing is, as your front wing is quite far out in front of you, isn't it? So it's not really close to you, is it? Now we're on lap 16 as well. None of the runners on the medium tires come in the pits yet. Brandon has come in the pits on the medium tires. He has come out in 13th position, the Ferrari driver. He's got a 6.6 second advantage. So into the pits there comes Camera Racer on the soft tires. Well, one other car is on the soft tires at the moment, and that is a Roscoe. So it's getting very close again, isn't it? So Mike at the moment is 3.4 seconds away from velocity. He's matching velocity at the moment. Sean Hammers there is dropping back in for a position. He's now second behind then. And look at this. Newman's on the outside. Look at this. Newman's on the outside. Passes Ayrton and up into 5th position there. Ayrton down 6th position. Is he going to do the switcheroo? He has got the momentum there. Is Ayrton going to stick the nose cone in there? No, not quite then. As Ayrton there is very much thinking about the long game here in this race. He's on course for some major points of that Mercedes, isn't he? He will also be on the quicker tire, along with Bradfield, along with Rempo, along with Hammers, Mike and Velocity. Lovely shot here, so we can look over the Winter Olympic Park here in Sochi as well. Don't ask me about those buildings and stuff, because I have no idea what was going on in them, apart from running, cycling and maybe swimming. Actually, I don't think they do run in the Winter Olympics. I don't know. Anyway, so now Newman there is now next target is Rempo as well, and Newman has lost a bit of time in this battle, and he is now about 7 seconds away from Velocity, the race leader then, but of course it's a big old time limit, pit lane limit loss here, isn't it? So he's still in the box seats. I'm talking to which there into the pits now comes the race leader, and so Velocity in the pits then with just 11 laps to go then. So he's got to do 11 laps on those soft compound tires then as well. Mike takes the lead then. A fantastic first stint here from Mike there. Really good stuff indeed there. Sean Hammers is up in 2nd position, but Sean Hammers there, I gotta say, I'm not sure if Mike's had a problem somewhere, but Sean Hammers has really homed in on him in the last couple of laps. Velocity coming around the pits now then, so he's on the soft tires then. So let's see what he can do from here on then. So Velocity's got a bit of racing to do now, hasn't he? Brandon is set the fast lap of the race then, so Velocity is out of the pits then. He's in 10th position then. What can he do from there then, the championship leader then? So then we're keeping an eye on Velocity's progress then, as we're going back to this battle here. I'm enjoying this battle. This is a great battle, isn't it? Now Ayrton is being squeezed now from Bradfield as well, as Newman will be around 9 seconds beyond the leader when they pit, so Velocity will have to make 16 seconds up in 11 laps there from Formula Moments there. So we've also got Serious Mushroom saying a good pass there. Serious Mushroom saying that also Rempo is not opening her DRS set. Formula Moments saying Newman to win the race as well. So at the moment, Newman is definitely very much in the box seats, isn't he? As this race is flying by. Goodness me, absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Once again, it's a joy to watch the bronze drivers that they say go to work here on Tuesday night then. And where else would you want to be on Tuesday night? Apart from watching Hobie City, I don't even know they watch if Hobie City's still on anymore on Tuesday night, is it? I don't know. I know Casualty used to be on Saturday night as well, which I preferred Casualty over Hobie Street, but that's for a different day. Into the pits there comes Ayrton then. So he is now in the pits a lot later than the race here then. So Ayrton is going for the undercut here then, and this might be a shrewd move here from one of the most experienced drivers in bronze history, along with Curly Red as well. Two drivers who have never missed a race in bronze. I think there was three until this race, and now then he's out of the pits now. Ayrton is on those soft tires as well, and going to the end of the race then. And Newman there, as I was watching there in the pits, Newman is now in third position, passes Rembo, and now he's got some clear out, and let's see what Newman can do then. He's on the hard tyre course. Remember that Velocity has to, full moment saying he has to make up 16 seconds in 11 laps or so, which is very good information. I love that information. Good stuff indeed then. But of course, Newman is on the hard tyres, isn't he? Brandon's just got past Ballot now then, so Brandon now back into the points while he's on the medium tires. He's going to be on fresh medium tires as well, but he's now gonna have to redefend now, isn't he, from the likes of Ayrton, Rembo, Bradfield and Co. Then they are going to be, as Maz has got a penalty there for speed in the pits, and so Maz coming in the pits and having a nightmare race, isn't he? And that's a shame now, because he had a very good qualifying performance again, didn't he, Maz? And so that is such a shame now. Remember in Singapore as well, he could have gone on the podium there, couldn't he? But we had a lot of connection issues and all that kind of stuff as well. Sarah's worth saying undercut sucks here if you close on speed, then yeah. So if you get held up, then the undercut is not going to be very good at all. It's and then you're in the DRS train as well. Is any of the leaders coming in the pits? Take a look. Sean Hammers has come in the pits, and as Mike is staying out at the moment. Also in the pits is Rembo as well. Velocity is all over the back of Sloth, and Sloth making his debut. It's not look there, and very much creating waves in the rain-soaked qualifying session. Rembo has got a 5-second penalty, I think, for speeding in the pits. That is going to be costly, I think, at the end of this race then. And now Velocity is all over the back of Sloth, and you can see, look at how much Velocity is pulled there. He is now up into 7th position. That make that 6th position now, passes the Ferrari driver, and now he's 6 seconds behind his championship rival. Energetics doesn't have to pit again. The only man that has to pit again in the top 6 is Mike, who's in this race at the moment, and let's see what's going on then. Sean Hammers is out in 10th position. Ayrton is out in 11th position, so he's got in front of Rembo. Rembo in 12th position. Nunda is in 13th position then as well then. So this is going to get very fighty indeed. Mars has just got a pound there for running white then. We have also got Energetics then, who is closing in on a Curly Red as well. Curly Red in 4th position. Energetics in 5th position there. He is in the DRS zone then. When is Mike going to come in the pits then? Is Mike going to lose track position here? I think that Sean Hammers might be past but he is Sean Hammers is closed up quite quickly on the Red Bull of Ballot there, who has done 11 laps on those medium tires as well. Look at that, how much speed he's got there. He's going to go on the inside there. Oh no, the outside. Look at this, as Ballot going on to this, giving him a squeeze there, and now he's on the inside then, coming down this straight then. Oh, there's contact then as Sean Hammers is through, passes the Red Bull driver. Ayrton is going through as well, and as the Red Bull driver is on the medium tires then, as they go into oh goodness me, and he's almost giving him a squeeze there, isn't he? As Ayrton is through up in 2 positions as well. Next, Rembo then is the next person there. I would look then on the inside of a Ballot. I think the Rembo would like to have caught Ballot to a different part of the circuit here, because look at this, and this is the technical part of the track as well. And I thought the Ballot was going to come in the pits then, but oh, he was just defending there as a Rembo there. Oh, she's gone to the back room. She hadn't damaged the car though, luckily. And now then, now this should be it should be a straightforward maneuver there, because Ballot's on very old medium tires, and she's alongside Ballot. And now then she is alongside. Now she is through up into 9th position and passes the Red Bull driver. Look in the background, there's Nundo. We also seen a AlphaTauri. There is also Mike in the background as well. Mike has dropped right down the order there. Staying out there has really cost him majorly, hasn't it, here today? Mike has. What a blow for Mike, goodness me then. Oh, that is not good at all, is it, for Mike? He is right down in 13th position there. He will have newer soft tires then, but he doesn't have track position anymore, does he? What a shame there. I'm not sure why he stayed out there. Formula Moment saying, watch out for Ayrton. Ayrton looking top 5, hopefully there from Serious Motion there. Formula Moments has also said that 12.5 seconds velocity is behind Newman. 8 laps to go. 1.5 seconds per lap is needed to catch Newman there. I love him. My good 17 there for Formula Moments. I'm so glad that so glad you're helping out with the maths then. So yeah, that is what is the play for now then, isn't it? Velocity needs 1.5 seconds there to catch Newman there, but catching is one thing, passing is quite another, isn't it? As the great Murray Walker said quite often, didn't he? As now Nunda is now up into 10th position, and he's back in the points, and the Williams Story is a very difficult event here tonight then for Nunda, but he's now got a point then, so hopefully he can get some more from there. But there's a lot of soft runners there. There is going to be quite quick in the background, and here's two of them now. It's Mike, it's Bradfield, and also we got Roscoe as well, who's done a couple of laps on those soft tyres into the final turn here then, Mike. So Mike currently outside the points then. I wonder why Mike took so long then to come in the pits then. To me that feels like a major strategical disadvantage then, but I don't know. Of course, as I am absolutely rubbish there with strategy, as you've heard all too often, haven't you? As now Cameron Race has dropped down to 14th position there, as Roscoe's up in the 13th position there. Mike has passed Ballot as well. Bradfield is going to go up and under. He's a bit too far back, I think then, but remember that Ballot's on at 13 lap out at medium tires, at the same amount of life as Energetics and Curly Red. Velocity is also in the vicinity now as well of the second position then. And look at Mike there. Look at Bradfield there. And Bradfield and Ballot are getting he's getting very hairy and scared. It's like, goodness me, Halloween was last week, I think. Oh my word. And now he's on the outside then, and now he's through, passes Ballot. Good some deed then. It's I gotta say, I'm getting all my names mixed up, and my goodness me. So now they look at this, it's that Red Bull's all over the back, and Red Bull's got a lot of pace at this stage of proceedings. Looking at their side by side, Red Bull is through, passes Ayrton. Ayrton has dropped down to 9th position there, and I gotta say, with that kind of speed then, I think that's definitely going to wake up a lot of drivers then. Mike is now back up in the 10th position as well, passes Nunda. I remember those two are in a direct battle for 4th position in the championship as well, potentially third if one of the top three have any issues there, or shall I say second or third has any issues then. As Camera Racer is out of the race set. Oh dear, and it's a virtual safety car as Energetics there is just overtaken Curly Red, but he's got to get that position back there. So it's a virtual safety car as Camera Racer is out of the race set on board with Fran. What's happened there? We're on board. He has gone off there, and oh goodness me, on one that's a very unusual place to crash for Camera Racer then, and he is out of the race. That's our fourth retiree in this Russian Grand Prix. Oh, Curly Red, who's in second position, has got a 5-second penalty. No! Oh dear, that's not good at all, is it? Oh dear then. Formula One saying Velocity is gaining over 2 seconds a lap at the moment, and oh, this is going to get good, isn't it? Look at that, it's about 6 seconds, isn't it, between them, Velocity and you, but this is going to get crack-a-lackin', isn't it, before the end of this race? Oh, I love it. We've also got Gordon saying, come on, Sloth there. As Sirius was just said, he's on soft, so maybe then penalties are going to be crucial as well, says Sirius Mushrooms. We're waiting for this virtual safety car to be cleared, and we'll be back race again. Now we're back race, and then 22 out of 27. Energetics has got the jump on Curly Red. Now he's alongside. He's passed Curly Red and moved up into second position then. Good stuff indeed then. Velocity is the next man then, as Mike's got 3-second penalty as well for his efforts there. So Red Bull now up into 8th position. Next target is Sean Hammers as well. Mike is now also seen through the field there. Maybe I'm a bit wrong. Maybe I am counting my chickens before they hatch, ain't I? Because Mike is very quick at this stage of proceedings, and Bradfield's got past Nunda as well. I was saying that Mike shouldn't have come in the pit so late then, but well, he's in 10th position moment, and he is quite quick at this stage then. We're on lap 23 out of 27. Here's the championship leader. Here's Velocity. He is along. He's now on the inside, outside, shaking all the I don't know which side he's on. Oh my word! Oh my goodness me! They have come to blows. Curly Red is out, and Velocity. Oh no, Velocity! He's coming back on track. And oh my word! And oh gosh, there in Nato Froyon taking face of action there. And oh goodness me! And that's not good at all. Then Brandon's off the circuit as well. We got a safety car on the final stage of this race. And oh no! And that's not good at all, is it? And I think that we might have a free pit stop for someone then. As Formula Moments has just said, wow, what was Curly doing there? We've had Sirius Muncher saying, no, wow. As a huge smash indeed. Curly Red and Velocity have come to blows there. It's a very fast turn one here, isn't it? It's flat out, isn't it? But if you get it wrong, you're going to get it wrong in a big way. And that is a massive crash indeed, isn't it? Out of the pits comes Frat, and he has just put on the soft compound tyres then, hasn't he? And Sarah's much saying Sarah's much saying that Curly got a bit of a wobble on body looks. I'll have to look at it back then, but goodness me, that was a quite a dramatic stage in this race. It's Benjamin Cardiff Thomas, and I'm recognised that name before. Hello, Benjamin. I hope you're well. Ouch, joined late, but a good time then. Goodness me, it was a good time, wasn't it? Well, it depends if you're Curly or Velocity fans. Into the pits then comes at Newman then. So Newman is going to get rid of those soft, hard tires, and so is Energetics as well. What about Sloth? Sloth is in third position there. Energetics has had a 5-second penalty as well to add to his name then. Oh dear, that's going to be crucial then, because the safety car is going to be on for a couple of laps yet, isn't it? Velocity is going on then. Velocity is going on then on the with the broken wing then, and Newman is coming out of the pits now then. So Velocity is taking lead. Sean Hammers is staying out as well. Oh, this is going to be, and Energize is out in front of the McLaren. What's happened there for the McLaren? Newman is out behind then. Sloth is also, and we've got a lot of pit stop action here then, and it looks a lot of drivers are dividing up then. Rempo's in the pits as well, and there's a 5-second penalty for the Haas driver. Once again, Rempo seems to have a lot of bad luck. Oh, goodness me. And full moon saying I was doing so well. Velocity was absolutely disappointed then, and Velocity almost saved it as well. Yeah, he saved it twice, didn't he? Camera Racer is out of the race. He's left the session then. Yeah, Velocity saved it twice, didn't he? But I think that final snap there, he corrected it once, corrected it twice, then, and then the third time, he just lost it then. But goodness me, fantastic effort from Velocity as well. Shame there. Curly Red was also on a great race as well, wasn't he? Up until that point then, and Curly Red then is out of this race. What a big blow indeed then for two drivers. Albeit Velocity has leading this race at the moment, but he has damage to the wing then. So that is good. That might be that's going to be very difficult, isn't it, to keep the drivers behind him. But we've got Sean Hammers in second, Erson in third, Mike is in fourth position now. Energetics is in fifth position. He is the leader of the guys who just come in the pits, and with Newman in sixth position. Bradfield's not come in. Look at those rain clouds. They've started to gather. There's been a lot of dark clouds gathering in the race lately with Velocity and with Curly Ray as well. Mars has left for session there. Sloth is in 8th position. Great on his debut, I've got to say. 9th position is Brandon. 10th position is Rempo. 11th is Ballot, and good stuff. And Roscoe in 12th position. Nunda 13th, and Fran in 14th. Mazda is out of the race as it stands at the moment then. As a Benjamin was saying, he was so close to saving it. Third save back, and he was just that little bit too much no traction holding her down there, unfortunately. And as Formula One said, maybe should have pitted then. Michael big gainer there as well. Yes, indeed he is there. And I gotta say, I'm eating my hat because I say as Ayrton has got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Mike as well. The drama just doesn't stop in this race, and Mike is in the pits and he has damaged the car. Oh no! And I think it's gone into the back of Ayrton, has he? I'm not sure. We just in that Nunes also got a 5-second penalty as well. There's a lot of 5-second penalties. So Farf's going to have to get out the calculator in a minute, isn't he? Mike is in the pits then, and he is going to have to change the nose cone. And Mike, what a shame, he's also got a 5-second penalty for his efforts as well. He's going to be right at the back of the field then. The McLaren are changing the nose cone. I'm hoping that the safety car will be in it then and the slap as well. And Formula 1 was just saying that Michael's a big gainer. He's gone into the back of it as well. That's usually my area of expertise, where I'll give everyone the commentator's curse there. And Mike coming out of the pits now, so he should gain back onto the safety car. Let's take stock, shall we? 25 out of 27. We've got 2 more laps into the flag. Then there's a lot of 5-second penalties out there. It's going to get. I gotta say, it's going to be hot. It's going to be jumping up and down like a fruit machine, isn't it? And we're on board now with the Williams driver then as. Oh my goodness me, we've got rain! We've got rain then as well! Oh gosh, we've all got soft tyres, and so at least then you're going to have enough grip then, so that shouldn't be a problem. But goodness me, we got another twist in we got another sting in the tail, another twist! Oh my goodness me, I don't think I could twist anymore. I'm getting too dizzy for this race. Incredible stuff indeed then. Oh gosh, most soft runners were only 4 laps, so it should have stayed up then. And Did I somehow give Michael the commentator's curse? And I believe you did. It's I think he went into the back of Ayrton there and damaged his front wing, I think now. But maybe you said that just before, maybe, but possibly. Anyway, so Velocity is leading, Hammers is second, and third position is Ayrton. Energetics is fourth, and Newman is fifth. Bradfield in sixth position, Sloth and Brandon, Ferrari 7 and 8 then. Rempo in ninth, and Ballot in the top 10. Good stuff indeed there. Can he get his first points with his ALR career? Roscoe in the 11th position, Nunda 12th, Fran 13th, safety cars in the start. Mike is in 14th position. Mars is out of the race at the moment. We're going to be back racing in just a few moments time as well. Benjamin, bring on the rain! Oh gosh, sir. And this is, I got to say, this is too much for my little heart, I think. Oh my goodness me. And I think I'm going to be like a very exhausted young man there. Right then, 26 and 27 to go. Then 2 more laps. Bert Mylander is leading this race. I think Velocity might pull a master stroke here. He has damage to that front wing, doesn't he? But he is staying out, hasn't he? He has stayed out there. Of course, he's going to struggle in the middle sector there with rain as well. This is going to get very fruitful indeed. Then when is he going to drop the hammer? There are the cars. There's 14 cars in that shot. Then we are going to get racing then for one more time and here in Sochi. And when is he going to drop the hammer? We are go. Oh, Energetics has got Sean Hammer's got 5 seconds. We'll go. And here we go then. Sean Hammer said, look at this. They're all over the back of each other as well. Energetics said, and look at this. And it's a Newman is alongside Energetics. He passed Energetics. The first time I've asked it. Rain is now falling. Is there? Oh my goodness me! Oh no! They have come in together. Energetics and Newman. Oh no! And another. Mike has almost gone to the side there. Oh, Newman there. Oh no! And they're both out of the race then. Sean Hammers is having a great friend there. And look at this, Velocity is trying to fight back. This is amazing. Sean Hammers is taking the lead now, yes. And then Velocity is just about defending. Look at them, they're all over the back of him. Entrance in there as well. So is Slough as well. Oh my goodness me. And that's Sean Hammers has been hit off the circle as well. And Verempo's up in the 5th position. Brandon is in the 5th. No, Brandon's in 5th. Ayrton is in. Look at the rain then. It is coming down. Verempo's going to get her nose chopped off there. And now then we've got Ayrton. He is struggling there as he damaged the car. He has. Ayrton's damaged the car. And who is that then? Slough is going for the lead on his debut. Oh my word then. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. How did Slough do it then? And Bradfield is also in there as well. Oh, he's gone into the back there as he locks up there. Ayrton is struggling now, isn't he? Look at this. Look at this. Velocity is struggling. Oh my word then. And we've got one more tour of this Russian Grand Prix. He's trying to go on the outside, trying to go on the inside as well. Velocity is defending for all his worth. And look at this, and he's trying to go on the inside as well then. And now then, as it's Soft going to send down the inside. No, he isn't there. One more lap then to go then. And Brandon's got a 3-second penalty as well. Look at this, as Velocity is trying to break the slipstream as well. And here we go then. Look at these, and we got a 4-car train, and then here we go then as well. And look at this, and they're all over the back of each other. And I think Velocity at the moment there has got it, hasn't he? Going down turn 1. Good stuff indeed there for Velocity. One more lap to go then. This is going to be on the edge of your seat stuff, but he's going on the outside, but Velocity is doing a great job with that broken front wing. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Remember that Slough is his debut here tonight, isn't it? So he is going to be very inexperienced there compared to Velocity. His experience there going to really pay. Remember about Perez and Alonso back in 2012 in Malaysia. It was experience there. He's going to be experienced now. He's on the inside. And Velocity once again. Time is running out for Slough, isn't it? He's on the inside. He's on the inside of Velocity. Defending for all his worth. Is the fantastic stuff. He's gone bare traction there. He is on the outside going into turn 12. He is on the outside. Slough takes the lead of the Russian Grand Prix with just 6 corners to go. And Velocity is all on the back where he's all on the back now. Velocity trying to come back on him. Is it there? He's going down the back straight as well. And Velocity is back through. Or is he a Slough giving him notes there as they go into turn number I don't know where we are. 14 it is. Velocity. Oh my word, this has been brilliant drawing that Velocity. Sean Hammers is back up in the 6th position. Slough is trying to go on the outside. Slough is on the outside. Slough is taking the lead of the Russian Grand Prix. And just look at this, and it's Velocity has been spun there, and it's Slough comes through, and Slough wins the Russian Grand Prix. Fantastic. It's a 4-1-2. No, it's not. Oh, it's Nunda in 2nd position. Slough on his debut wins the bronze Russian Grand Prix. Well, I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. What a race. Anyway, whew. What a shameful Velocity there. He hung on as long as he could, couldn't he? That was a brilliant drive out from Velocity. It really was. We had a broken front wing there. That was absolutely fantastic. And once again, we got Williams on the front row there, on the podium there. As Nunda somehow got up into second position there. Oh, I'm just absolutely lost for words there. That was absolutely immense stuff, wasn't it? It really was indeed. I need to lie down, I think. Oh, gosh, Sarah. I don't think Rio Ticker could take any more of these races. Goodness me. Right, let's not look at the final classification because I have no earthly idea where anyone finished. I am a sloth. Wow, that's fantastic, isn't it? He, on his debut there, fourth on the grid, he won his first ever Grand Prix in bronze there. Brilliant stuff. Nunda, once again, there, keeping it clean there. 4 tenths of second off his second win of his career. Sean Hammers in third then. Ballot on his, getting his first points. Not only that, there, Red Bull, he is almost, that's almost triple what Red Bull have got. Wow, then that's the Red Bull's best result of the season. Mike in 5th position. Velocity in 6th there. What a valiant effort there from Velocity. Brandon in 7th position, Rembo in 8th, Ayrton in 9th, and Bradfield in 10th position there. Roscoe 11th, Fran in 12th, Retirements Mars at Newman, Energetics, Curly Red, Camera Racer, Cummington, Diageo retired from this epic Russian Grand Prix as well. I'm absolutely lost for words. What an incredible race there. And I got to say, hats off to Sloth there. That was amazing stuff. Really was indeed there. I tip my hat off to you, my good sir, then. An incredible debut there for Sloth. It really was indeed there. Well, it just... I showed to put into words then, really. Absolutely just turned up there. Very similar to... remember that Cookie turned up in gold there and just that was fantastic, wasn't he? But I think this race Sloth kept his composure there and just absolutely... brilliant stuff indeed then. And well, I think that we will be getting some hopefully we're getting some some people just into the gantry in a minute. All right then, it's just waiting. And we've got Sean Hammers who's just popped in for a quick ODA chat then. And let's start off with Sean Hammers first, shall we? Sean, what a drive today! I got to say, on that second to last lap, I generally thought that you was going to win this race. That would have been your first race win as well. But for today, your third podium of the season. And of course, remember you only became a full-time driver only about 4 or 5 races ago. Fantastic stuff. Then, are you disappointed with third today, or do you think the win was on?
Yeah, I am a bit disappointed because me and Aiden had a collision just at the restart, and I got 5 seconds for that. So I'll report it and hopefully that guy removed. But yeah, I think I don't know who it was, but I got rear-ended and I half span going into turn 6, I think it was. On the last lap, I think as well. So. Yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm going to finish 7th, but with penalties, I did end up coming 3rd, which is good.
I'm going to be honest, I'm sure I've seen that on stream as well, but I can't remember who did it. It was such a front. That last lap felt like an eternity for me, I've got to say. But overall, from the season, let's just have a chat about your season, Joey, because this is the... you only became a full-time driver back at Silverstone, and you've been on the podium literally more often than not. Then you've had 3 podiums in 2 fourths this season. Your form since coming back has been mega.
Yeah, I think since Silverstone, I haven't finished outside the top 4 or something.
Yeah, you haven't finished lower than 4th. Brilliant.
Yeah, I was saying that after last race to Rempo and Curly Red. I'm quite happy with the return. Obviously, 3rd today. Form keeps going, but yeah, just want to apologise to Curly as well. Me and him had a collision. Obviously we'll have to look at it, but yeah, sorry about that.
No worries at all. Brilliant stuff indeed, Sean. And I've got to say, what a season you've had so far. Really good stuff. Albeit your season's only started in round 12. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Next week, we are back in ALR for the Land of the Rising Sun. That is the Japanese Grand Prix. And with all these shenanigans going on in silver and bronze, there is still a chance that we might have 2 champions at the end of the Japanese Grand Prix. And what a historic way to clinch your championship as well for both Velocity and for German as well, of course. In gold, they're still all up in the air. And that'll be our first stop then. It is gold, 6:30 UK time, Sunday night. See you then. Goodbye.